Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Braylon, and tonight I would like to talk to you guys all about the Sagittarius full moon that took place on June 5th, 2020. This was actually an eclipse, and it happened about a month ago, depending on when you're watching this video. But for those of you guys who are not new, you guys know that I talk every month about these new and full moons and how they're like 6-month cycles. So you never know when something might resonate. I have my notes as always down here, you guys, and we're just going to talk a little bit about Sagittarius, a little bit about, most of this will be channeled, but we are going to talk about Sagittarius energy, and at the end of the video, of course, I will be pulling tarot card messages for all the zodiac signs. You can check the comment section for the timestamps so that you don't have to watch the intro if you don't want to. But yeah, guys, let's just dive into the Sag energy. It's really interesting. This time of month last month, June 5th, 2020, when we were upon this really almost precipice energy, like time, I meant to say life-changing energy. I can even feel it sitting here, and I definitely remember where my life was, but I wanted to share the fact that I was going to do this video a couple days ago, but I kind of just like didn't feel like it, and I was kind of waiting for the energy to just feel a little bit more positive, and then it just dawned on me that the energy I was feeling is actually perfect for the Sagittarius full moon, because I think the energy I feel now as I talk and discuss this with you all and what I've been feeling the last few days, as the moon has actually been in Sagittarius again. So the moon is probably in Capricorn. It's about 2 a.m. as I record this, because I'm a night owl. And I like to do work in the night when the moon is out during these hours. But the moon has been transiting Sagittarius again a month later on July 3rd and 2nd and 3rd, I would say. And then of course we're gonna have the full moon in Capricorn, one of my next videos I do. So it's interesting. We're definitely reaching the cycle of a month ago of this full moon. But I want to talk about it, guys, because this one is interesting. I couldn't go without talking about this one. Sagittarius is one of my favorite zodiac signs. So let's get into this moon stuff, though, you guys. Full moon energy. This is, of course, completions and endings, right? Some people associate the full moons with also new beginnings, because if something completes, something begins, right? But what I've realized talking about these moons over the years is that full moons are more associated with the endings of chapters, okay? The moon is filled with light around these times of months, and you can ask any nurse or anybody working in some kind of medical field that the full moon definitely has an effect on things that happen. Nurses will tell you that a bunch of accidents happen. Hospitals are really nuts. And then you can just look around at your own family and people around you around the times of full moons, especially eclipses. The reason this full moon was an eclipse is because the South Node has entered Sagittarius and the North Node has entered Gemini. And this is going to be a 19-month karmic. We'll talk about that some other time, but that is why this is an eclipse, because the North and South Node control the ecliptic pathways. So that Sagittarius is the South Node now. Just like last year we went through Cancer and Capricorn eclipses, we actually had a Cancer eclipse. That's the very next video I'm going to do very soon, probably in the next 2 days or couple days, the new moon in Cancer that took place. So anyways, Sagittarius, we know this is about completions. We know the moon is associated with our emotions. I usually talk about the moon as an eyeball in these videos to explain how, if this was the way we're seeing things, the moon kind of controls what's going on beneath the surface, secrets, as I was going to say, and just the way that we're able to subconsciously see. So our dreams are affected, you guys, by these moons, and it really just depends on your energy. But Sagittarius is the 9th house in astrology, one of my favorite houses to talk about. This is the house where we discuss things like beliefs and philosophy. It's more of a philosophical energy. It's definitely all about travel and long distance, which is why Sagittarius, much like the ruling planet of Sagittarius / Pisces, people forget, Pisces is also ruled by Sag. So Pisces and Sag are similar. But Pisces, of course, has that Neptunian factor as well, being ruled by Neptune and Jupiter. But similar to Sagittarius, with the whole Jupiter thing, or similar to Pisces, I should have said, Sagittarius is very optimistic. This is even the house of like science, and some people even say spirituality, but this is more so belief systems. But spirituality, arguably, could definitely be fit into that. So that's the ninth house for you. Every zodiac sign rules a house that is associated with certain energy. So it's interesting travel right now. It's interesting. I know Sagittarius energy can definitely just get you thinking, okay? It can definitely get you thinking about just, we'll continue with the notes because I have it all here, but it's a very insightful sign. It wants you to go on the adventure in life. It wants you to reflect. And this is a full moon, so it's more about completions, you guys. So mutable fire. Every sign has an element, right? Sagittarius is mutable, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. So we got mutable fire. What does this mean? Well, we know fire signs like Leo and Aries as well are very passionate, right? Very expressive in energy. Sagittarius have a lot of energy. They are the centaurs in astrology, the archers. And I just like to call Sagittarius as wild horses, okay? So this is passion, but in an adaptable way, okay? Passion that changes frequently. It's very much like the Knight of Wands, very spontaneous and impulsive even. Some of us may have been feeling this kind of energy depending on where it is in our chart. You guys watch for your rising sign and your sun and your moon. But I will say in general, this Sagittarius full moon we really were feeling impatient, like around this time. If you reflect on your life a month ago, around June 5th, 2020, you were just really, really, really wanting something exciting to happen in your life, like really reaching the end of unsatisfied energy, bored. This is the pandemic thing going on, like we've been so restricted, and Sagittarius energy is always here to remind us of freedom. I even have freedom written in like huge letters on my notes because I did not want to forget to mention freedom, okay? And kind of like I was saying, you guys, it's interesting. This is not, I would love to get on here and talk about the bubbly, fun, party, drinking energy of Sagittarius, but I had to realize, much like I realized when this full moon was actually in the sky, this moon, the full moon is emotional. It brings things to a height. It brings things to full illumination and awareness. So even though this isn't a new moon, we're going to talk about Sagittarius illumination. I just think this was more so like sadsagittarius.com. Like every Sag in my life, like if you're a Sag watching, hi. But those of you who have Sag energy or know a Sagittarius, you can just look at any Sag right now and you can just kind of see the vibration of, a lot of Sagittarius are just not feeling very energized. I wish I would have remembered what one of my close friends said. I can try to remember it. She said something around this time we talked about the full moon. I'm like, hey, how you doing? There's a full moon in Sag. And she was just saying that she was kind of numb and just not really feeling the fire anymore, feeling like she just really didn't have the energy. So I'm so happy I remembered that because it was such a vibe and it was spoken from a Sagittarius herself and just so precise. I'm like, that is literally the vibe of this fat Sag moon. Like, so we talk about fun and partying energy because Jupiter is optimistic. Jupiter is Sagittarius's ruler. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our zodiac. So we can look at these planets as avatars and how the planet and the zodiac sign and how the energies all play out and what influences it. So were we really optimistic around the Sagittarius full moon? Were we really feeling like partying, or were we just feeling like, man, I want excitement but I have no energy, like my energy doesn't match up with what my desire really is craving for? Like getting a real like a horse that's like stir crazy a little bit energy. Like, so it's okay if you guys were kind of feeling this, but I have my notes here. This literally came to me, this quote. This Sagittarius full moon was all about things not being fun anymore. I literally have, this isn't fun anymore. So over the past month and onwards into the next 6 months until it is Sagittarius season, 6 months from now, and we have a new moon in Sag, and these things are, we can kind of start planning new beginnings. This is a cycle of completion we've entered, you guys. Things that aren't fun anymore, things that keep us from feeling free. Freedom, huge thing for Sagittarius, man. Alright, and we all know the people, places, and things that just aren't fun. Sag is also really big on doing things because they want to, not because they have to. No restrictions. This isn't Capricorn we're talking about here, not yet. So, this is about being excited. This is about being optimistic about endings. If I could just title this video, or just anyone out there listening, if you listen to anything, if you take anything from this video, what life is all about right now, as far as astrology and the vibe and the wave that we're on and that vibration, this is about optimistic endings and actually being exciting. Like, you know, that's over. This relationship, that person, that place, that thing, that job, that whatever. We all go through endings, right? We're all going to go through more endings with the next full moon we're coming up on July 4th. Woo, fireworks. Literally. But yeah, this, you know, not to just be, I'm not even trying to bullshit or anything like that, but this is literally about being excited that things are over. You know what I'm saying? There might even be certain emotional release. You know, I'm not saying that we won't be sad, but it's okay to be sad and optimistic, you know, about things that are ending. There's a lot of emotion to consider here, and that's where things get a little weird. I would love for some of you Sagittarius moons. I know a couple Sag moons. They're very, very key on what they believe emotionally. They're a bit afraid. So when we talk about the moon in Sagittarius, there is this energy of being afraid to expand, being afraid to go the distance. But this is a full moon, not a new moon. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Sag illumination. We talked a little bit about it with, you know, being optimistic with endings and, you know, what's going to be illuminated is what isn't fun anymore. But what I have here, first and foremost, is an ending to false beliefs. Do you guys know how important it is? And this may be the Pisces in me that really thinks this is critical, but it's really important. The clock just said 10:51. Interesting time. That's a little bit of a synchronicity for me. You guys know how important it is, belief, you know, manifestation. We can even talk a little bit about magic and change. I think I skipped that part of the notes, but magic and change comes up with any mutable sign: Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, and Sagittarius. So that's the reason why this energy, I mean, it was really wild. There was a lot going on with mutable energy. It was Gemini season at the time of this moon. We haven't even talked about how Sag is the opposite of Gemini. So we literally have the truth that we needed to expand and the compromise there. You know what I'm saying? So we ended a lot of things over the past month. Literally, we might not know it, but under the surface at a subconscious level, through your emotion and through your soul, the deepest part of you, you have been like breaking chains and leaving things that you don't feel free. Everyone's chasing a feeling of freedom right now. Okay, even in our world, you can see what's going on in our government, and in that kind of point as well. It's really a vibe. But anyways, endings to false beliefs, no longer believing in certain things. You may really find yourself literally not being able to stay in situations, be around certain people, because this full moon in Sagittarius, regardless of your sign, regardless of where it's at in your chart, it really did, it's impossible not to feel it. It was an eclipse. So there was even random sparks and change and people that were coming into our life and just situations like, basically what I'm seeing is the pegs being moved around on a board game because there's a different round about to start. So endings to false beliefs. In 6 months we will plant and start new beliefs, but over the next 6 months until Sagittarius season, from now until Sagittarius season, we will be ending and completing cycles of things. And this may be literal for some of you guys. Some of you may have, you know, beliefs that are interesting: Christianity, Buddhism, Wicca, whatever you are. What do you believe? And more importantly, around this cycle, what is it that you no longer believe in, so that you can end that. People don't understand how important belief is, and that's the Jupiter in me. Because when you put belief into something, it literally becomes true to you. And that's so weird. Astrology even supports that. Gemini and Sagittarius are opposite signs in astrology, because the facts and what you see and basically the truth is what you believe. Like, that's the magical element there between that opposition. So there's going to be expansion in knowledge here with this illumination. Sagittarius gives us vision. It gives us sight. Gemini gives us a voice, gives us intellect and articulation. Sagittarius is what is seen in the long distance. That's why Sagittarius energy may cause people, especially Sagittarius individuals, to do things around this time that other people might not be able to see. But Sag can see it, okay? And Sag is trying to get us all to see it too. So listen to Sagittarius and what they're going through, and just pay attention, you know, if you have them in your life, because this is the archer at the end of the day. There's an extreme ability to focus. It's really a pity that many Sagittariuses think they have ADHD, or they think that they can't focus, when really they focus on many things at once. But when you harness that Sagittarius energy and you really focus, like someone pulling back on an archer, launching an arrow, right? We're being pulled back right now, you guys, because we're about to launch. So this is about really aiming at a soul level for what we desire. And I also have here that there's an adventure in our lives, in each and every one of our lives. There is a certain adventure that is over now. An adventure that you went on 6 months ago may be important when we had a new moon in Sag 6 months ago. All right, so there's an adventure that's over. You guys know what it is, because it's not fun anymore, right? It's hard to fake the fun with Sagittarius energy. All right, so we're going to gain a broader perspective about things. I actually have a quote here that I found online where it says, we're going to be looking broadly upon what has occurred in life. And let's face it, there's been a lot that has fucking occurred since this full moon in Sagittarius, okay? So that's what I have as far as notes, you guys. I'm going to move into the moonology parts of the reading now, all right? And this is just going to wrap things up. I love this little book. I love learning these cards with you guys, these oracles. So I see here that it says, look at the bigger picture. Sagittarius is all about the bigger picture, as I mentioned with Jupiter. So full moon in Sagittarius, we got the nice bow and arrow there. So this is what it says here in the book, you guys. Are you thinking too much about the detail of your dilemma? Fretting over minute Fretting over things that are minute can be counterproductive. Or perhaps you're being all talk and no action. That's the opposite of Sagittarius, the Gemini energy, the new moon energy. Check that video out on my channel or on YouTube or Facebook as well. This card right here is a reminder that while it is good to think things through, sometimes you need to take a step back, look at the bigger picture. What do you see about your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessings, even if you don't yet have exactly what you want. Sag is all about chasing what they want. Don't even get me started on the chase with Sagittarius. This card is also a reminder that we often have to take a few risks, okay? That's been a huge thing. I would not be surprised if the Fool card comes up a lot for this message, for this message, because we are all at the edge of a metaphorical cliff, and Sag energy is like, just do it, it'll be an adventure, we'll learn something. You know, I don't know if I mentioned, but Sag is extremely about knowledge and learning and studying and school and teaching. So whether you're the teacher or the student in life right now, it's like, go on that adventure. It says to take a few risks and go with uncertainty. Uncertainty, you guys, the uncertainty specifically of things that are ending in our lives with this full moon cycle over the next 6 months. Uncertainty. Go with it. Go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind. Sag is extremely open-minded and bubbly and nice and great, but like I said, guys, this full moon is a little bit interesting. We had to get rid of the things that weren't causing fun. We have to get rid of the things that aren't causing freedom. But anyway, back to the book. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe could surprise you. Attuned to the moon. Take time out for a mini break or an adventure. Additional meanings for this card is the situation may have come around because you've been distracted. So many of the things coming up with this full moon, the book is saying, is because it might have to do with us being distracted. Keep in mind, I was just talking about focus with the Archer, so, you know, distractions are a thing here. Things that are just been distracting us from our real freedom, from our true beliefs, from our real expansion, they're gone, they're out, they're ending over the next 6 months. They may have even shaken a little bit. You might have seen the initial signs of these people, places, and things and situations coming to end on June 5th. But you'll definitely see it more and more as we approach the Sagittarius season in 6 months. Have you shown that you care? If not, now is the time. Sag is a really caring energy too. This is nice. Be confident without being overly confident to win the day. Now, the full moon in Sagittarius is a time when we are reminded that life is an adventure and there's a big, wide world to see beyond our backyard. It's about having fun and being prepared to sail into the uncharted territory, places you haven't been. It's about the big ideas versus the details. Gemini is the details, the smaller pieces. Sag is the big picture. No matter what, when you draw this card, it encourages you to look at the bigger picture. So we see that. Keep that in mind, you guys, those of you who are watching. There's a bigger picture to consider here. But yeah, man, that Sagittarius full moon, it was really interesting. Definitely a loud energy. Sag is loud and like in your face. Actually, I just want to share with you guys before we get into the tarot cards. I got them right here. Fun fact, the Sagittarius full moon for me actually took me to a party. I did not plan this. I felt like it was such a funny joke with the universe that I would be drunk and around fun people. But even that party, there were some significant things. It was a party for a Gemini, a Gemini's birthday party, which is so ironic. But yeah, it was a full moon and we were just all having fun. But there were definitely some key things that happened that night as well that I'm like, wow, this is literally the Sag full moon. But anyway, here we go. We got the Temperance card, you guys, which is the wonderful, beautiful, one of my favorites, one of the most sacred, and like, I just love this card. It has a certain peace to it. It does speak to balance, moderation. It's the Archangel Michael, which is associated to Sag. But yeah, this is the ruling card for Sag. It's the card that I'm using to kind of tap into this full moon. So now that I've shuffled, I had to shuffle a lot, you guys, for this. I sat for about 10 to 20 minutes. But so let's see how they aligned. Okay, so I'm hearing slow down, or somebody told us this. Like, we got a Virgo here. That part doesn't really matter because this is general. This is just the vibe surrounding the lessons, the theme, the vibration for the Sag moon. So it was really slow, and the reason why things were so slow. Now, guys, everything I just said, tell me how this energy is compatible with slowness. Like, let's go on an adventure, but slowly. You know, let's take a risk, but slowly. Let's be loud and have fun and have drinks and party, but slowly. Like, Sag is not really that slow of a sign. Sag is more the Knight of Wands, but this is the Knight of Pentacles, so it's more that grounded energy. And look, we even have the moon. So this moon, it was very secretively serious. This is more so weird, guys. Subconsciously, this moon was all about being practical, towards balance, towards moderation, okay? Because, and this is why, because we've got a lot, this is why we weren't having fun, this is why, now we're starting to feel the energy. It's just around this time of June 5th, it was a bad time for a party, is what I'm hearing. It was, you know, it just wasn't a vibe. Like, I know Sag is that vibe, but the universe, the energy, who we were around, it wasn't a vibe. So, you know, it's like, I know Sag is always wanting to uplift the energy, but we could even have felt that, especially when it comes to the actions we were taking. And I knew this card would come up because the Sagittarius vibe also can be, you know, when you want something, kind of like this King of Wands, the things we were looking at, because this is a Sagittarius in masculine form, Aries, Leo, Sag, but this is fire energy. The actions we wanted to take, we were even thinking about how to sneak and, you know, how to sneak out of a situation without causing conflict, you know, making the right decisions. But point blank period, we have a lot of heaviness, a lot of burdens. This is a Sagittarius card too. The Ten of Wands is associated with Sag. I pull it for Sag all the time. At a subconscious level with this moon, here's a visual, and visuals are really important for Sagittarius energy, but here it goes. We're literally carrying around all our pain, all our burdens. Subconsciously, there's even fears about heavy endings in the actions we know we're going to need to take. So we were like, all right, this is fun Sagittarius energy, but I'm going to move a bit slower. I'm going to move practical. I'm going to think about my routine. I'm going to think about my practicality. I'm going to actually plan and not be spontaneous. But at the same time, there were a lot of other things going on because this is about balance. Perhaps between what we weren't able to see after endings during this time, even with the illumination, the things we need to let go of. Okay, so it's pretty interesting, you guys. You know, the card right behind this Sagittarius full moon for us all was just to slow down a little bit over the next 6 months. Think about what we can do practically, because I guess with the South Node here, it's all about release, right? This was an eclipse. This was not just regular smegular degular full moon in Sag. This was an eclipse. So yeah, what do you no longer believe in, you guys? We're gonna go ahead and go to the tarot messages now. Go ahead and click in the comments if you want to do the timestamp thing, but yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead and start with Aries for the Sagittarius full moon message, because Aries is the first zodiac sign. So, hi, Aries. How is it going? Sagittarius full moon took place on June 5th, so we're looking back into the past a little bit. But we're going to reflect and see what's going on and what the messages are, because this could affect you over the next 6 months. And the last 6 months is also key here, too. But this is your 9th house. Let's just see what comes out, Aries. So, what is the Sagittarius full moon that took place on June 5th, 2020. Message for Aries. This is the Sagittarius full moon, June 5th, 2020 for Aries. Give me a message for Aries, please. Okay, we have a card flipping out. So as I briefly mentioned, Aries, Sagittarius is your 9th house. So this is all about learning, growing. Please watch for your rising sign, you guys, because it's going to make more sense and resonate more with you than just your sun or your moon when I talk about the houses. So this is like for Aries sun and Aries moon and Aries rising, but so as far as Sag being your 9th house on the zodiac wheel, Aries, this is all about, and it is fire. I want to say you're fiery. So this moon trined you. This is positive, harmonious flow in any planets you have in Aries, or Leo. But yeah, Aries, 9th house. Anyway, let's get to the card, because there's obviously something going on. But we know this full moon might have something to do with completions and endings with, as far as astrology, just, you know, travel. No longer traveling to certain places, or just completing certain things up with travel, maybe having to travel to complete something. But this might also have to do with your beliefs in some way. But we've got the Tower, Aries. Krakatoa. So this is Mars energy, which makes me have to first and foremost talk to you about how Mars entered Aries. And it will be there for about 5 months, which is kind of unusual, but it's going to retrograde. So we've got jam-packed power action energy in your sign. Your ruling planet, for those of you who don't know, is Mars. This Tower card is ruled by Mars, if I haven't mentioned that. But the Tower is unexpected change, something suddenly falling apart. It's the crumbling down of false foundations. I'm not really sure what's going on here, Aries. This might be unexpected travel. It could be the shocking end of a relationship. It doesn't have to be bad, though. It's just unexpected, right? You didn't really see this coming. To tell me more about this, the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles. So this has something to do with your focus. Maybe a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Aries coming up here. Could be dealing with another Aries. But you know, something that you put in a lot of effort into, something that you waited for or invested a lot, because this is the investment card, the reap what you sow card. Obviously, there's something you've metaphorically invested in. It might be money. It could be something you value, Aries. There's just something going on unexpected with it. There might be a shocking, like I don't know if there's something that happens. It could be anything. You guys are going to have to let me know where this tower is happening with you over the next 6 months. Where you felt this tower at on June 5th. Was it unexpected truth? It could be an awakening, enlightenment. Just, you're going to start to feel things shake in really necessary parts of your life, Aries. It could definitely have to do with this 9th house energy for some of you. This is going to shake up what you believe, okay? And I'm just going to put it there and say that. But yeah, it has something to do with this Seven of Pentacles, your investments, your time waited, your investments from your past. Those of you with children are coming up here. But this is a soulmate, something very nostalgic. I do feel a situation here. You're remembering all that you invested, Aries. All right. Now there is a separation here with someone from the past coming up. So any of you guys resonating with that, a separation, and look who decides to show up. You guys could be dealing with the Aries. This might involve a father figure or a boss or someone with authority. There's a friendship here. There's a reconciliation after a breakup that's taking place over this time period, or that some of you need to speak with me about right now. It's coming up in the cards. You guys are waiting for someone to return from your past that you've separated with, or you were around this full moon. Okay? That's what the tarot is saying. So what do you believe about that, Aries? What do you believe? Because some of you guys are going through loss in some way, or you remember this heartbreak. All right? This is memories of heartbreak. There may be children, or someone separated from children, or something in the situation. You were someone you're close with, Aries. But some of you guys are waiting for something to fall apart. I just got that message too. And there may be something about waiting for things that are false, because we have to get this out of the way, Aries, before we have to get the fake out of the way before we can get the real in. We got to get the old out of the way before we can get the new in, okay? So we got to let this tower complete so that you can start expanding, all right, Aries? So thank you so much. Hopefully that helped, Aries. Let's move to Taurus. Hi, Taurus. This is a Sagittarius full moon message for you. And this took place on June 5th, 2020, but there's things happening in the next 6 months. And we also want to think about what happened 6 months ago, okay? Because there's things ending. And right as I say that, the World card comes out. I'm going to reshuffle for you, Taurus, but I think this is for some of you. So before we start with the cards, Taurus, Sagittarius energy is 8 houses away from you on the Zodiac wheel, especially if you're a Taurus rising. If you know your rising, guys, please watch for your rising sign so it resonates more with the houses. So Taurus, 8th house energy. This is intimate. We went through 7th house energy last month when we were opposed with the Scorpio full moon. Now we're moving into your 8th house of intimacy. This is the opposite house of you. The 8th house of Scorpio is opposite of Taurus, the 2nd house usually. So as the 2nd house in astrology, Taurus, 8th house energy is really different from you. It's all about other people's money. It's all about other people's resources. So there can definitely be completions over the next 6 months and that you really felt happen, or certain changes starting to happen, because this was an eclipse, if I haven't mentioned that. So there's definitely going to be sudden change, and this is the most powerful event you could experience in astrology, is an eclipse. So there may be shocking completions, endings to what you believe about what other people have, whatever that means to you, Taurus. There may be people in your life who had more than what you suspected. There may be people who have a lot less to offer you. But this comes up with taxes, but let's talk about sex and intimacy as well, because the 8th house is the house of secrets. There may be secrets that came to, when you have a full moon of light in your 8th house of darkness, things that were hidden, whether they were secrets or just things, deceitful lies, whatever. It could be literally something you're hiding. It's exposed, right? This is exposure. So yeah, secrets and just intimacy. But the card we have for you, Taurus, is the World. So we got Taurus on this card right there. Leo down there with you, and then up top we got Aquarius, Scorpio. Those may be significant signs for you. But as far as the world card, this does represent the planet Saturn. That might be important. In astrology, Saturn is retrograde in Saturn, or moved back into Capricorn. It's going to start a transit through Aquarius over the next 3 years. But yeah, this is very karmic. Your boundaries may be important here when it comes to sex. Now look, I just noticed that this woman in the middle is completely revealed, except for, her intimate parts. The eighth house is also rules literally that part of your body, the groin, okay, and that's covered up. So I don't know if someone's covered up here. Their boobs aren't, okay, but their private part area is. So yeah, this is definitely about intimacy and being vulnerable and naked energy, like. But your boundaries is what I said, and right before this card came out, I said that things were ending, right? So we know that there's definitely chapters over for you, Taurus. When the I was gonna say the Saturn card, because this is Saturn, all right, but when the world card comes out in a tarot reading, I know the person that's receiving the card is going through a complete chapter. It might involve travel with the Sagittarius energy. This is a travel card. It's a card of success, okay, successful completions and chapters. It's a card of the World Wide Web, okay, the world. This may be the actual world and what's going on with the world. It's the world card. Now, to tell me more about this, Taurus, we got a Queen of Swords here, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius female. You may have that energy in your chart. So this may be something that's wrapping up with an air sign. I feel like this is an Aquarius female for some of you guys. Don't get stuck on gender. This could be a male, but someone's embracing their feminine intellect. Now, aside from whoever this is, Taurus, the Queen of Swords, you're getting very fucking mentally clear. You're cutting things out. People may even think you're cold, but look, this Queen of Swords is so open to clarity and communication when it comes to what's over. There might have even been talks, really deep conversations about closure and like just endings, the last time you talked to someone or something like that. Queen of Swords, she says what she means. She means what she says, but be careful not to say things mean, Taurus. You can say what you mean mean what you say, but you don't have to say it mean, is what comes up with the Queen of Swords. She's a no bullshitter. This could be an ex for some of you, but we've got an Ace of Pentacles here too. So something came in that you needed, Taurus, some kind of new beginning of value and worth. This may develop over the next 6 months. You may have felt these new beginnings. Could be a Libra. You could be offering an air sign something. But basically, I see something that you needed, whatever that is, Taurus. This is great for an earth sign like you, because it could be a lump sum of money or just something that you valued that really allowed you to master your mind, make clear decisions, communicate very truthfully about what's over for you. Something new came in and allowed you to end something. And this may have something to do, we got the 8th house of transformation. So for you, this is about expansion and what you believe about death, what you believe about intimacy and sex and other people's resources. We know that you have a good idea of what you have, Taurus, and your worth. But you might be getting clear about, oh, we got a Libra here that some of you might be dealing with. Sun, moon, or rising. Strong Libra energy here. Definitely maybe court. Someone might have got like a court ruling energy, because the Justice card is, yeah, there was a court battle that someone... That's why somebody was moving slow here in practical, because there was a court battle or a decision, or someone was just really defensive. Okay, someone here has been through a lot, and now things are starting to balance out, whether they're dealing with a Libra or not. But somebody here got their karma. They got their something that they deserved, a lot of some things that they deserved, and it really allowed them to end a chapter in a very intellectual way. You're very mature mentally, and you've mastered some sort of thought, Taurus. So yeah, expansion, transformation, completions, and endings. What do you no longer believe about sex, intimacy, and other people's money, Taurus? And how can you further expand on that in the next 6 months? Okay, so let's go ahead and move into Gemini. Hey Gemini, you know the vibes. I hope you guys had happy birthdays. So this is a message for the Sagittarius full moon, and this is your opposite sign. Okay, so this is going to be important. We got a card flipping out. So yeah, before we take a look at the cards and what's going on, we're going to take it back to June 5th, 2020, and we're going to talk about your 7th house, especially if you're a Gemini rising. Please watch for your rising, because it'll resonate way more, okay? But in a sense, and in a nutshell is what I meant to say, on the Zodiac wheel, Sagittarius is 7 signs from you, Gemini. So this is all about what you believe, or I should say what you no longer believe with this full moon completion. What you no longer believe about relationships. Completions and endings when it comes to other people and relationships is a huge thing right now for you, Gemini. As this moon opposed you, this is eclipse, there could be a lot of unexpected things going on in relationships. The King of Pentacles wants to come out. I don't know why. Stability, security, earth sign men, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, just hard work, okay? Stability. not sure what that's about. The cards just kind of exposed it. Now we have the Ace of Swords, clarity, all right? Communication, new beginnings, mental breakthroughs, all right? Victory. But this is about other people, Gemini, and I just want to say this is about all relationships, not just romantic. It's relationships with your siblings, relationships with, work co-workers, whatever it is. It's all relationships, but for some of you, it will be romantic. Now, being the opposite of Sagittarius, Gemini, you are opposed by knowledge. You're opposed by what you know, philosophy, and what you believe. So what other people believe right now against you, because you had a new moon in your sign and you are the north node. Gemini, you're the direction we're all headed. Sagittarius is the direction that we're needing to release and become less comfortable with, so we can come to your side, the truth, so we can head to our true north, literally. So other people's beliefs, okay, completions happening there, what you no longer believe about other people. This is the descendant house, okay? So let's just get to the tarot cards. What's really weird is that I literally just shuffled, and the exact message that came out for Taurus is coming out for you, Gemini. So if you have Taurus energy, or if you're dealing with a Taurus, or if you just want to know what's going on in your 12th house of subconscious, just listen to this, because what goes on with Taurus for you, Gemini, is always important, because Taurus is subconsciously you, if that makes sense. It's the house right behind you. If you notice, Taurus season comes before you. The Tauruses have birthdays and then you. So watch for Taurus. You guys are getting the same message. You're on the same vibe, maybe. There's some kind of synchronicity there. But we've got the World card and the Queen of Swords, just like Taurus, just a little bit different for you, Gemini, because this is 7th house energy. Taurus is going through 8th house energy. So for you, there's completions in relationships, baby. Like, I'm getting a long distance vibe for some of you guys with the World card, because the world is international web, like World Wide Web, traveling. It is success, okay? There's going to be a successful completion to a chapter when it comes to other people. I'm going to put it like that, because it's not just relationships or romantic. It's just partnerships, actually, is a better term for the 7th house of marriage, okay? But there's something here that's over. There's a commitment, a chapter over, especially if you were dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could just be, having conversations, wrapping things up about endings, but I see someone here getting really, really clear. Now, the Queen of Swords for you is a bit different than it was for Taurus, because you guys are the Queen of Swords. So this is you, Gemini, getting very clear. Okay, Sag is your opposite. Did you really think they weren't going to give you clarity, that they weren't going to expand you in this way? There's Leo on this card, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio, so you might be dealing with those signs. But I see someone here getting a little bit of a different vibe than you, Gemini, because I feel some bitchiness here. I feel some coldness, because when Gemini gets a fact, they are executing it. Okay, it's really, really interesting. And I think you're going the distance with your truth. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Justice, just like with Taurus. So it's really interesting what's going on in your subconscious is pretty much what's going on in your first house as well. Like, I don't know if there was a court thing here, if there was a court battle, or if there was a decision. Somebody's been through quite a lot here, quite a lot of painful endings. Things are starting to balance out as you make these decisions. And if I haven't mentioned it, this is definitely taking place over the next 6 months. But could it be that some of you guys came into something of value that you needed mentally around June 5th, or over the last month, or progressively? Because something's coming to you, Gemini. But you need to end something first. You need to get clear about something that's over here. All right. I don't know if you need to talk to someone or say something or communicate, but I do see an air sign here linked. Okay. Or if this is just you, because you are an air sign. If you're not dealing with another Gemini or Libra or Aquarius, because this is an Aquarius female to me, or a Libra. But I see this is you. I see you guys getting really balanced, and there was a decision and something that you needed, because this is a very clear decision. So there's very clear decisions you're going to be making over the next 6 months in regards to relationships. You may cut people off forever. I see a lot of blocking on online. I see a lot of you guys expressing your voice and your truth. A lot of statuses online, and with the World card, it may dead things. It may end things immediately. It may end chapters. This is a very intellectual ending. You need to handle these endings from now moving forward in a very intellectual, very mature way. All right, because with the Queen of Swords, this may be a very valued mental stability. Something here is coming in that allows you to be very mentally stable. It actually allows you to end things. Like, so Gemini is like, okay, now that this thing that I needed, this lump sum of money, this thing I can buy or sell, whatever this missing piece was of value, now that this new tangible beginning is coming up, I can get really clear about this other thing that's ending over here, all right? And this may have to do with court or the law in some way, but Gemini, this is all about relationships for you. So this might even be a partnership or marriage over here. There might be something of value coming there. and there might be significant completions. But for that Saturn card to come out, you know, I don't know if there's any karmic relationships here. But I can say, what have you learned about relationships? You're always learning, Gemini, because Sag is your opposite. So you're actually in a relationship, and you're in a very important compromise. The truth in what we believe. Now we have a Hermit coming out as I'm just talking to you. So that's Virgo. I don't know if there's any isolation. We got a huge Virgo indication here. That might have been for Cancer, but I'm going to just stop shuffling because somebody here might have gotten a huge argument at work. Okay, they may be juggling 2 different jobs or something. Yeah, there's a huge decision someone isn't making here between 2 things that they value. They may have to strategize. There might be cheating or deception. But there's definitely something going on with coworkers. Someone's working alone. Someone would rather work alone here. Once again, I'm getting this message for you, Gemini. Now, I think I mentioned something about learning just a minute ago. And this is the learning card, having to perfect. Okay, that 6th house energy. So anyways, Gemini, you are in a relationship with expansion. You're constantly learning from other people. You're constantly learning and expanding from opposition, as the truth should. So it's interesting to talk with you about the completions and endings and what you may no longer believe about opposition, what you no longer may, because for you it's about your truth. There's new beginnings happening with you, as there was a new moon in Gemini about a month ago, a little over a month ago now. So new beginnings happening with you, endings happening with others, Gemini. Okay? So, thank you. Let's move to Cancer. Cancer, hey. What's going on? So, this is a full moon in Sagittarius message for you. This happened on June 5th, 2020. It was an eclipse in your 6th house of lifestyle. Please watch for your rising sign, you guys, because it may resonate way more with the houses, okay? So, yeah, 6th house energy, this is kind of boring, Cancer. This is that Virgo energy. So, you know what? If you guys want to rewind a little bit to the very end of Gemini's reading, there was a message. I was just kind of going, transferring to your energy, ending things with Gemini, moving into your energy. And the Hermit card came out with the 8 of Pentacles. So, if there's any message there, I don't know if any of you guys are getting into, you know, fights at work. You're starting to lose faith at work and you don't really want to fight or communicate with someone at work, or just watch the end of the Gemini reading, because I didn't realize you guys were going through heavy 6th house energy. And if you're dealing with a Virgo, you may definitely want to watch the end of that Gemini reading, just the last 30 seconds or so of it. But yeah, this is 6th house energy. Sagittarius is 6 houses away from you on the zodiac wheel, Cancer. So this brings up how you're living. This is a full moon though, and it's all about what we believe. So it's like, what do you no longer believe about the lifestyle you're living? This to me brings up habits and rituals like cigarette smoking and drinking and things like that, Cancer. I know. How did I not tell you guys happy birthday? I guess it's just because I just am overwhelmed. I just can't believe it's July and that it's your birthday. Happy birthday, my sister sign Cancers. Hopefully you guys are having great solar returns. The Cancer suns anyway. I know some of the risings are here in the moons, but happy birthday to my Cancer suns out there. So how interesting to go through this full moon around this time. Now, I know around the time of the full moon, Sag, that must be, I'm kind of thrown off because I'm talking about something that happened a month ago. But over the next 6 months, Cancer, there's going to be certain completions and endings to aspects of your lifestyle, meaning things that you do every day. Things, services you offer other people, your job, things like that. But for you, this is about expansion. Traveling for work, no longer maybe. You know, your philosophy when it comes to, so it's interesting having a Sag 6th house, because this is living a large, some of you guys may be over with the party life. I hear some of you guys over the next 6 months, you're really like, now Cancers can turn up. You guys can turn up, and a lot of people think it's just because you're water signs and you drink a lot, but I think it's because you guys have a 6th house Sagittarius. So living a fun lifestyle, things that aren't fun, people that aren't fun, places, jobs, relationships that aren't fun, it all goes into the 6th house, okay? Virgo energy, you know, think about your job and everything you do every day, like your rituals. Think about how much goes into that, all right? So who knows the areas that this is hitting? I can just tell you a little bit as I channel, like what you offer as services, your job, your money, your health. I haven't mentioned your health. So there might be certain things that you don't believe anymore that you need to complete or end in regards to your health over the next 6 months to make that better. But this is about completing a lifestyle that wasn't fun, so that, you know, in 6 months that you can start setting intentions for that. But as far as the cards, okay, because we got some cards that came out. We got the Justice card that came out for you, Cancer. This is a Libra. You might be dealing with a Libra. You may have Libra energy, or someone you're dealing with might. But aside from that, this is balance, of course. This is justice, literally, you know? It sounds just like it is. It is exactly how it sounds. So this is balance. We got the scales here, but I think of court when I see this card. Some of you guys may be dealing with courts. You may be dealing with the judicial system. There may be a significant decision or balancing out. All right, there's some kind of ruling here, judge energy, but we got the Knight of Cups. So this is also about maybe a Pisces, a Cancer, like yourself, or a Scorpio coming in. Got a love offer here to a Libra. Now this might be marriage. Some of you may have marriage to consider here, but we've got Pisces, Libra, Cancer, Scorpio. I definitely see a Pisces Libra dynamic. Now, this is about a love that you're headed towards, Cancer. Oh, God, yes, it is. We got a new love showing up for you. Could be a Virgo. We got the Hermit card. Yeah, okay. So the message that I wanted you guys to go back and check on is here for you, Cancer. So we do have somebody here who has a difficult decision they've been juggling. Man, somebody is financially stressed out as there's some, and this is you or someone you're dealing with, Cancer, but wow, someone here has not made a difficult decision. And we got this new moon, so you probably didn't even make this decision until the new moon in Cancer. Like, and I don't know when that was. I think the new moon is around it was the 21st, actually. It was on the summer solstice this month. So the new moon in Cancer on the 21st probably wrecked you, to say the very least. Like, there was just a very difficult decision you were juggling, and it was because there was a lot of conflict. Some of you guys went through this with a Virgo. Some of you guys are just having some conflict mentally about something you're trying to focus on. Some of you are having a hard time focusing. Okay, we got the isolation card, the quarantine card, the hermit. You're reflecting on some kind of project or school or something you're learning, but someone is juggling something, and there might even be some sort of conflict when it comes to cheating and deception and some kind of decision. But yeah, we got new love. You guys might even, oh God, this might be two different loves. All right, there's a new emotional beginning that you guys might be moving from. You might need, okay, I get it. You guys need to move to a calmer place emotionally. Like, obviously there's someone here with new love for you. There's new feelings you're feeling. If you don't resonate with that, there might be a new child to consider. There might be self-love or healing to consider, but you have got to move on because the new love sparked all this, and you still know this. I don't care when this happened. It might not even have happened on June 5th, but there's something relevant to mention here about a new love that sparked in you, new emotions that got you flowing again. Maybe this was your birthday season that came around shortly after the Sag full moon, but you're moving on to calmer waters because of new emotion, new feeling. It's really sad, the people, places, and things you're leaving behind, Cancer, especially those of you listening during your birthday season. Yeah, and then you move right to this Knight of Cups. Okay, you move to a quest for love. Some of you guys are on a quest for love and emotional balance. Like, you want a new love that you find when you're in a calmer place or something like that, or you want to be able to move with this new love onto a calmer place with them. But I think some of you guys, there might be some loneliness here or something to reflect on first, and it makes sense because we got some things that need balancing out. Like, some of you, I get a message here, and this is just for some of you. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate, but you left a new love behind, or a child or something. You left a new emotional situation behind for whatever this Knight of Cups is. I'm getting an intuitive vibe that this Ace of Cups and this Knight of Cups are different. This is someone who you're in motion to romantically, and this Ace of Cups is a new beginning now. There's a new beginning in love that's going to cause you to move on to calmer waters, and then there's going to be that offer initially. But first, you're held up in court, metaphorically. This might involve a Libra or a decision, okay? But Cancer, this is all about your lifestyle. So this might have to do with something, a way that you're living, or a way that you can no longer live. I'm hearing, I can't live this way anymore. Fuck, I can't live this way anymore. I'm hearing that. So, like, there's something about the way you live that ain't fun anymore. Drinking, smoking, like, not all of you. No shade, no shade. Live how you want. But when there's a full moon in your 6th house, especially Sagittarius energy, it's like you just no longer believe in it. Okay, so there's something here also about breaking free from things that you've made a ritual for, things you do every day, Cancer, but things that you don't want to do. If you're watching on YouTube, at the beginning of the video, I talked all about Sag energy and how Sagittarius are really big on doing things because they want to. It's very hard for a Sag not to do something, or it's hard for a Sag to do something they don't want to do. So the things you're doing for other people, the services you're offering other people because you're optimistic, okay, like, yeah, some of that's going to be completing, you know. So thank you so much, Cancer. I hope you guys are having great birthdays. And yeah, I will talk to you guys again in the Cancer new moon video. That's going to be my next video, okay? So let's move on to Leo. Hey, Leo, how's it going? This is a Sagittarius full moon message for you. Ooh, literally. Okay, we're going to stop shuffling because the cards are literally talking. So this 8 of Wands might be important. But before we get into all that, I just want to talk to you about June 5th, 2020, about a month ago, depending on when you're watching this. There was a big full moon eclipse, and this trined you, Leo. Sagittarius is fire energy, just like you, just like Aries. So any energy you have in Leo or Aries is trined harmoniously. This is going to pour positive. You might have felt that a little bit behind the surface. This positive, little subtle energy, optimistic, uplifting energy you might have felt. Especially because Leo, this is your 5th house. Like, especially if you're a Leo rising, watch for your rising sign, you guys, because it'll resonate more. But Leo, Sag is 5 houses away from you. This is very positive energy. And this is you. So on the zodiac wheel of our universe, Leo is the 5th house. But on the zodiac wheel, if you count Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, it's 5 houses, okay? So the 5th house is you. It's so associated with you, Leo. It's associated with expression and creativity and optimism, hookups, because it's pleasure, the pleasure district. This is the pleasure house. So it's all about pleasure. This is something that's expanding for you, Leo, this full moon in Sagittarius. There's something here about what you can learn, or maybe even perhaps teach, but what you believe about pleasure and happiness. And I want to mention soulmates and children here as well. Children may be very important around this time. And guys, even though this moon has come and passed, the next 6 months, especially because this is an eclipse, eclipses affect us for up to 2 years. So that you can see some of these things that come up in this reading transpire over the next 6 months, I want to say. And what happened 6 months ago, Leo? And how are some of those things ending? Are there romances ending? Because this could be an ending to a romance. It can be endings involving children or your childhood. But what I want to really get you here, I was going to say I'm going to cut you with the truth, whatever that means. This is, I'm not even going to hold you up, is how I'm going to say it, Leo. There's an ending taking place, especially if you might have seen as you reflect over the last 5 months, things that just aren't, they don't give you any pleasure. Okay, this is not pleasurable. I can't learn anything from this anymore. This literally isn't fun anymore. The 5th house can be the house of fun. So there's something here about allowing endings and completions to take place in things that you no longer believe are fun and pleasurable or free, because this is about being free to create, Leo. 5th house is so creative. That's why it's the house of children, because sometimes we even create children underneath this energy. So yeah, fired up energy, being very spontaneous. There could definitely be some hookups. All right, but when it comes to romance and stuff like that, the Sag energy, this is your sister sign. Sagittarius has your back as far as astrology, okay? I'm not talking about the actual sign. I'm talking about on the wheel. Leo and Sag are positive, harmonious signs. It's a 90 degree or a 60 degree angle, I think, between you guys. And it's positive, all right? But as I mentioned on YouTube in the beginning of this video, this could have definitely felt a little bit more sad. This was more about ending things in our life, like being optimistic about endings. So, yeah, we may come back to some of that astrology, Leo. But so far, we got to have a talk about this 8 of Wands. Now, there was something here about for someone out there. This card flipped out for a reason. This is the card of communication. It's the card of travel fast. Okay, this is focus. Someone's focused in one direction. The month of August. Some of you may be born in August because we got the 8 of Wands. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So Sagittarius energy is present. You as a Leo is present on this card as the Wands. You're communicating. There's something you're saying. A lot of text messages coming in. You're traveling a lot, Leo. Sagittarius is the 9th house of travel. So there might even be travel for romance here over the next 6 months. Like just going the distance for, allowing things to end that aren't fun, that aren't free, that aren't causing you passion and pleasure and excitement. It's no longer creative. Like I can't create anything from this shit. This is people, places, and things, guys. Take it as it resonates. But we're allowing things to end. All right? And so that you can move forward to something that is actually pleasurable, actually a soulmate connection, something that's actually creative. You get what I'm saying? I don't know where I was going with that, but we got the King of Swords. So we have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius man to mention for some of you. For others of you guys, this is an energy you're taking on. It's very masculine. Could be kind of an asshole, honestly. Very cold, very precise, very strong. Thinks about it first. Thinks about it and makes a decision real quickly. Thinks about it. So someone's thinking about something, because I keep saying that. I didn't mean to say that many times, but someone is making clear decisions, okay? So that just happened to me on purpose, because I think there's some stammering over your words a little bit as we went through Gemini season. This could be a Gemini. We have a Gemini here. We got Mercury and Aquarius. Somebody has Mercury and Libra. Someone communicates like an air sign. We have a Capricorn here too, or this is a very toxic something to mention, an addiction maybe, but we've got some kind of resource here. I don't know what's going on, a codependent relationship. Somebody has Capricorn Mercury here. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Leo, but I think you guys are cutting off toxicity. Okay, we got a new romance here. It could be a Pisces. We got Sag. We got Aries. We got a lot of people showing up. So this might be about you taking control, Leo, over something that happened in the past. Something that you almost lost faith in. Okay, we've got an Aquarius here too. Aries, Sag, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There's a new love. There's something here about being patient. Now, this is the Sag energy. We're talking about the Sag full moon here. So this is either a Sag, Pisces, Aries combination, or you need to be patient and really balanced when it comes to expressing your emotion. Expressing your emotion is really important. And Leo has a very loud way of expressing what they know about how they feel, because your fifth house is Sagittarius. And Sag is all about expansion and what you know. So no wonder you guys are how you are, because the fifth house, you are the fifth house, and Sag is your fifth house. So very creative energy. But let's talk about the cards and a little bit less of this astrology here, because the cards are saying that there's really quick communication. All of these are communication cards. The planet Mercury is extremely affecting you, Leo. It is retrograde right now in Gemini. So that might have to do with friends or something like that. But there's a lot of communication, a lot of focus. You're very clear about the direction you want to go. So the Sag full moon may have given you that. But let's really shuffle and focus on Leo, because this is an important fifth house moon. You're going through a completion of pleasure. And what that means is literally, I know I've said this a bunch, but things that don't give you pleasure, Leo, whether you know it or admit it or not, they're going to end. Because Sag wants you to expand and go the distance for true pleasure. All right? What do you no longer believe when it comes to pleasure? Like, there might be certain things that just don't give you pleasure anymore, and out comes the Page of Cups with the Seven of Cups. So we've got someone here. This could be a water sign, a younger water sign, or a child, a Pisces. This is a Pisces for some of you. Cancer, Scorpio, you could have that energy in your chart, but the Page of Cups is a new love, it's new emotion, it's a new journey. So the Sagittarius full moon gave you a new romance, but you guys have a lot of options. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups. Some of you guys are really confused about how to approach emotion, because there's just so many. It's like you're not just here with your one cup like this page. There's actually 7 cups, and you've just picked one of them up. So this might be creative projects, different ways of expressing your emotions. Someone's really overwhelmed with love here. They're overwhelmed with, like, they may have like 7 crushes here. Someone has like 7 crushes, or someone has 7 crushes on you, Leo. There's a lot of options, okay? I know this is confusing, but you have to choose, Leo. This Sagittarius full moon in your 5th house of creativity is trying to spark excitement in certain areas of your life so that you choose something, Leo. We can't stand here. Trust me, this is a Pisces energy. You got a heavy... There might be a Pisces that's confusing the fuck out of some of you guys over this next 6 months, or like... You know, there just might be options in love and romance, because the Page of Cups comes with lots of poetry and dreamy energy. It's really charming. Alright, it's a sweet little water sign energy, even if it's not a water sign. Page of Cups is any new crush that's like, hey, I have feelings for you. Someone may have came in and admitted feelings to you, and that might have confused you, because you're like, oh my god, I have to add this to my options now. It's like a lot of clouded judgment here, choosing in the dark, just having to go kind of with your clouded intuition. But we have the 10 of Cups here. A lot of emotion coming out for you, Leo. All water energy, so some of you are definitely dealing with water signs, or there's just emotion to consider here. But one of your options is new love, Leo, that could be really, really, really emotionally fulfilling. There might be a home here in a job. Some of you guys have been working really hard on building a happy home. Okay, this is blessings. There's a job in a home here. Some of you have 2 children in the home, but there could be some kind of completion that you're working on too. Because the 10 of Cups is an ending, but it is a happy home environment. It's like white picket fence, great. 8 of Pentacles, this is Virgo to me, Taurus, Capricorn, but this is someone who's working really hard, studying, usually some kind of apprentice energy, so there might be schooling to mention there. But yeah, let's see what's going on. We have the Knight, or the Page of Cups, excuse me. So we know this is a romantic house for you. All right, so there's going to be newness. Now, you may be offering someone this cup, Leo, and you may offer someone love, and that may confuse them, because someone you're dealing with may have a lot of options. You may feel like you're an option to someone or something. Why is the Page of Cups here for Leo? But the most important thing is you need to approach your emotion like it's a new thing, like you're a child. Okay, because the 5th house is the energy of a child. If you're feeling very creative around this time, especially the beginning of June, there was a lot of creative and romantic energy. Please clarify this Page of Cups for Leo. We have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so there might be a third party here. I don't know if you work with this crush or if you're wanting to work together. There's some kind of project. Knight of Cups, the Sun. Wow, this is Pisces to me. Someone here has a child. We got there's a very happy, positive thing coming here, Leo. What do you expect in romance? Like, we had the Page of Cups, now we have the Knight of Cups. So this is somebody that you used to work with, some of you. Also, this is someone who's online. We got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook energy with the Three of Pentacles. That's my online. But there is some kind of plan. There's 3 people here that want to work all together. Someone may be getting married here. Someone's put up on a pedestal here, whatever that means. But yeah, there's a love offer here. Pisces, Leo energy, Scorpio, Cancer as well. But it doesn't have to be, guys. Anybody can get on this horse and offer love. It could be you. Leo, this 5th house energy with your Sagittarius sister energy, this is a great, like, you had an eclipse in your 5th house, so it might be unexpected, but this is someone who's really, really, like, they're offering you love. You are the sun, Leo. So by the time of your birthday, you're definitely going to have a lot of, just at least 7 different people, or at least 7 different feelings you have in regards to this person. Alright, but someone's coming towards you with a cup of love. We got a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here too, but this is all about cooperation. And I do feel like you need to use the, like, poetry, music, anything like that, painting. This is someone who's using creativity as a project. There is a collaboration here with 3 people. Like your guys' money or some kind of plan or something like that. But I see happiness coming in. I see real pleasure coming in, Leo. And I'm actually really happy to deliver that to you, but you guys have to let certain things end and complete in order to get that greatness. I mean, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, the Sun, the 10 of Cups, that's great, you guys. So get things working all together. I know some of you have been working really hard at building that happy home foundation for yourself. So thank you so much, Leo. Let's move to Virgo. 3 of Pentacles coming out for you too, Virgo. That just came out for the Leo reading. So hi, this is for the June 5th, 2020 Sagittarius full moon eclipse. Talking about the completions and endings that might be going on there for you, Virgo, over the past month. And looking forward and moving forward onto the next 6 months until Sagittarius season. So 6 months ago, there might be some things ending from then. That might be interesting to mention. But we're going to talk about your 4th house, Virgo. Now, you guys want to watch and listen for your rising sign, because it's going to resonate a lot more with the houses, okay? But also, you know, you're very welcome to watch for your moon and your sun as well. So on the zodiac wheel, Virgo, Sagittarius is 4 houses from you, okay? So this has everything to do with your home and your family life, the foundations for certain things, where you consider yourself to be from, and roots. It's really interesting. All this energy is even affected after the Sag moon, because we move into Cancer season, which is the 4th house in astrology. So you're going through this at the beginning of June, and also even more than that. So there might be some sudden shifts or adjustments you need to make, kind of like how my camera just did. So 4th house stuff, family, but this is Sagittarius, okay? Sag is mutable just like you, Virgo, but you're grounded. You're an earth sign. So you're able to adapt like Sagittarius. But this is about what you no longer believe about home. There may be certain things that are changing as far as what you believe about family. You may no longer believe or consider yourself to be from certain places. You may move. There may be sudden moves or completions in the home. Certain things about your family, like family beliefs. That's huge to mention for anyone with 4th house Sagittarius Jupiter energies. Like, because the people in your home believe certain things, or because family members, like, handed down beliefs that were taught to you, those may be eclipsing out. You may no longer believe in certain things in regards to family and stuff. There may be no longer foundations for certain beliefs. There's going to be endings there and change there. Things that just aren't fun to you. There may be certain homes or family situations that aren't fun anymore to you, okay? But let's talk about the tarot, because that's just astrology. We got the Ace of Cups, new love, new emotion, new beginnings, healing, and the 7 of Swords, Virgo. What is going on with your guys' vibration? So we've got air and water here, articulating emotion, a new emotion that you're kind of strategizing how to communicate. I don't know if there's anyone cheating here. There's a new love, but the problem is with this new love. Okay, now Virgo, this could definitely be taking place over the next 6 months. Okay, so I'm not sure how much this will resonate right now, but you guys could have felt the initial spark of these messages on June 5th over the last month. Okay, because there was a new love. Okay, or there will be. There's new feelings. There might even be a new child dimension here, but there's a new emotional beginning. And I'm not sure if there's someone here who's trying to take that or steal that, or if there's any deception over here, or if you have to strategize how to get this new, because someone's headed towards a new love. and they're being sneaky about it. This is you or someone you're dealing with, Virgo. It's very important for you to hear because someone's juggling. Here you are, stressed out a little bit. Not really, but like doing some juggling, making ends meet, you know, dancing to the beat of your own drum as the ups and downs behind. Like, you guys know how to roll with the punches, but there's a choice here between two things you've been juggling and valuing, two different jobs or ways you make money, Virgo. We have the Emperor, so it might involve a father figure, a boss. If you're a boss or a manager, your own boss, you're juggling it all. We got the Lovers. This might be Gemini energy, a choice that you have to make. All right, there's definitely a choice to make here. And this may also be someone has a Gemini father, or the father of their children is an Aries, or a Gemini father. We have, wow, look at this. We have the Lovers, we have the Devil, we have Aries. So Capricorn, Gemini, Aries coming up here. But I have to pause here, Virgo, and give you a spiel about the differences in these cards. Like the fact that these are coming up. Now we have Capricorn, Gemini. There's a power struggle going on between you and someone else, Virgo, whatever that means. And there's significant choices between the Lovers and the Two of Pentacles. Like, someone's in a third party here. Not all of you, but someone's in a third party because there's new love coming in. You're starting to feel new feelings, but maybe there's a relationship someone's stuck in. You or someone else, Virgo, because we got the Lovers and the... So this may be a karmic choice or a karmic lover. I think some of you guys are in a karmic relationship with a divine masculine. There's a divine masculine here that is in a karmic relationship, okay? But there's going to be painful endings, okay? There was some rejection here, Virgo. Someone's unsatisfied here emotionally. We could be dealing with a Libra. There could be a Libra from the past dimension, or Libra children, or balance, or choices. Someone here, there's a divorce dimension or a breakup, a separation, okay? Because the Libra card is partnership. The Three of Swords, yeah, someone here separated from children. There was married and children. They're separated. But there's also something here. You're getting very clear, at least, Virgo. I can say you're getting very clear about what would emotionally satisfy you. Some of you guys are actually really satisfied that there's a breakup. Because there is a third party dimension, and someone's definitely dealing with a Libra. Or this is, again, maybe the court might be involved. But we got someone coming back from the past. There's memories here that need balanced out, especially when it comes to feeling rejected, emotionally unsatisfied, doing some contemplating. Someone's missing something here because there's an ending, maybe with a Libra, or they're going through problems. They're recently divorced, or they just got out of a relationship, and someone comes back from the past, but, you know, you're heartbroken, or that person. If this is flipped, Virgo, flip it. But someone, there's a story being told here about, like, a memory of breakup with someone, like a divorce, kind of, or what I just said. It's either that or what I just said, like, someone comes back from the past during a time of heartbreak and you miss an opportunity because of that. Like, there was definitely an ending, a painful ending. But yeah, as far as this Devil and this Lovers, there's a difference between, you know, attachment and connection. Okay, there's a difference between free will and, you know, being stuck with someone. So I see two very different ways of connecting. Like, you guys have been in relationships like this. This is addiction. This is obsession. Being stuck, being with someone that you don't want to be with, but you can't. And this could be situations. There may just be a choice. There's a karmic lover here, though, okay? And a Gemini, Capricorn, Aries may be important placements, but I don't know if this has to do with a father figure or the divine masculine, because we got the divine masculine here. There might be some toxic masculinity to reflect on here. Okay, because we got the divine feminine and the divine masculine. But the Emperor card with the Devil, that's toxic masculinity. And if there's an Aries, a Capricorn energy here, there's power struggles. Okay, there's obviously a lot of, you know, juggling going on. There's an ending to something toxic here. I can tell you that. And maybe someone's true twin flame, because there might have been a false twin flame here. You might have had to go through a karmic thing, and now you're actually, like, you guys can tell the differences between this. So something toxic has to end. You were obsessed with that. You're going to gain back your control. And this all has something to do with something you're juggling. Someone here is juggling more than one person. Okay, yeah, this is about multiple people you give to. This is about not juggling everything anymore, Virgo, and not receiving anything back. This is actual money, actual value. But someone here is lying. Someone here, there's deception. Someone here has new feelings for someone, or there's new love, and they're sneaking off, like, or they have this new love, even though there was. I'm gonna clarify this, so this could be a new home. There might just be some deception or something, but this is strategy. Some of you guys are strategizing how to get a new love, or someone you know is, but there's juggling and choices to make and stress going on. Why is the Seven of Swords here and the Ace of Cups for Virgo in their 4th house? Sagittarius full moon. Why is the Seven of Swords And we have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, a lot of options someone has here, a lot of confusion. Someone needs to make a choice. This is about Leo as well. We just had Leo get this message. So there might be a Leo involved here. Someone here has an option to start new love. They have an option to cheat. There's an option to cheat here. But you need to make a choice, Virgo. One of your options is new love. But we got the Ten of Cups, so there is home. This is a good card to come up for a fourth house transit, your home. Yeah, there's a very fulfilling something or other here. 9 and 10 of Cups. Maybe with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe this is just about what you're getting clear about, all right? But you ultimately had a path to choose from, didn't you, between comfort and growth. This is that Sagittarius vibe. Okay, and you're going to choose a new direction for yourself. It's going to involve you moving to calmer waters. This is the next 6 months, Virgo. You're going to be moving on from endings, okay? Moving on from painful endings and deception. It's going to be hard, but you're going to choose a good path for yourself. You're going to choose it mentally. You're going to do your mind and say your heart, and you're going to choose what emotionally fulfills you. A new home. This is blessings. This is emotional fulfillment. But first, you've got to weigh out all your options, okay? Because some of you are overwhelmed with this new love, and you feel like it's cheating, you feel like it's lying, you feel like you're sneaking around, and this might have to do with your home in some way, okay? So keep that in mind. What do you no longer believe? All of this is coming up, Virgo, all of these different messages, so that you can ultimately, in 6 months, set new intentions for family stuff, for, a foundation in home, okay? So, what is this that just fell out? The Six of Wands. This might be for Virgo or Libra that I'm heading into, but we got some victory. Someone here listening has almost lost faith, but don't lose faith. All right, you might be dealing with an Aquarius, or you may have Aquarius energy, but there's emotional conflict that someone is going to victoriously overcome when they change their perspective. But let's shift to Libra. Hi, Libra. How's it going, guys? This is a message for the Sagittarius full moon that took place on June 5th. 2020. This was your 3rd house, Libra, especially if you're a Libra rising. Please watch for your rising sign, you guys, because it'll resonate way more as far as the houses go. But yeah, Libra, on the zodiac wheel, Sagittarius is 3 houses away from you, okay? So this had everything to do with communication at the beginning of June. There was an eclipse there, your thoughts and your mind. So definitely a lot of emotions you're probably processing. Wow, the cards are right on point. So yeah, 3rd house energy. It's interesting. Sagittarius is actually the opposite of the 3rd house, but because you're opposite of Aries, Libra, your universe is flipped. So it's interesting. There's a lot of lower-minded expansion. Libra's lower mind is actually quite expansive. That's why you guys are so intellectual, because you have the house of beliefs and philosophy and your lower mind of facts. So there's certain facts here to consider. The facts, there's certain things here, Libra. Now, this is completions and endings, okay? And things that you no longer believe. So there's a lot of important conversations. If you guys have felt yourself, even though this moon has come in past, it's going to affect us over the next 6 months. So there's certain endings and maybe even conversations you might have to have about certain beliefs or certain facts, just even conversations, closures coming up here, conversations about endings and completions, things like that. 3rd house is short distance travel, but it is all about the facts, communication, and talking, and just intellect, just a lot of thoughts, I feel, Libra. Let's get to the tarot cards. Not surprised. We have the 2 of Swords, very difficult decision. You were very stuck and stagnant. You may feel this over the next 6 months, but I think around June 5th, over the past month, from June 5th to July 5th, you definitely were at a standstill. This is a Libra card. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Aquarius, or another Libra like yourself, but you are blinded, Libra. There's a new crescent moon in the corner. So the new moon in Cancer on June 21st, or the new moon in Leo might be important, but we got a crescent moon. The moon in this phase may be important to someone out there, but there's something you're not seeing, Libra. You're not allowing yourself to see it clearly, and it's conflicting 2 truths. There may be 2 truths here to consider. All right, 2 different truths. You are dual, Libra, and there may be 2 different things you need to talk about. There's some kind of decision, and this could be a card coming up for someone relevant to you. So if you're a Libra out there and you're like, well, I don't have a different... Come on now, Libra. You always have decisions to make, and people in astrology joke about how indecisive Libra is. I relate to that. I'm very indecisive as well. So there's something here about making up your mind, Libra, and directly communicating. Remember, this full moon was all about bringing things to completion and talking about endings. There we go. Libra, talking about endings, talking about things that are completed, talking about things that aren't fun to you anymore, talking about things that you need adventure, all that. There's just Libra, this whole energy, just it was all in your mind. You were extremely mentally affected by this, but for some reason there was a hold up. This is my metaphorical stoplight card. There's a decision that someone isn't making, you or someone else, Libra. It's a difficult decision. It's like they're in the middle of these two truths. All right, to tell me more about that, we have the Emperor, or the Empress. Sorry, you may be dealing with an Aries, but we've got Venus here. Venus retrograde was a huge thing at the time of this. So your mom, or you as a mom, may have something to do with this lack of inability. We have an Empress, so this may be someone who's pregnant, someone who's creating something, someone who's mothering something. There could be a nurse or just someone who takes care of people. You know, we've got a very abundant person here. It doesn't matter. This is extremely feminine. So if you're a man watching, this is feminine energy. But this is your ruling planet, Libra, that is out of retrograde now. It's finishing up a shadow period. The retrograde in Venus was a very... I want to do a whole video on that phase, because that took place the majority of June, okay? Definitely around the time of this full moon eclipse in Sag. So I don't know if someone has a difficult decision to make because they're pregnant, or if their mother or someone's wife is involved. We got Aries, Libra, Taurus here. Yeah, we have a Taurus here. There's someone who is single and abundant, but there's something that isn't being decided about that. Someone here is not sure if they're single. All right, and someone's trying to be really creative, but we have the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Cups. You could be dealing with a Virgo, because Virgo got this message. So there's a new love for you, Libra, or for someone in the situation. There may even be new home and beginnings. We do have a Virgo here, and I do believe the Virgo may have came up for Libra. Okay, but yeah, we got a happy home environment. But the thing is there's sneaking. There's some sneaking going on your behalf or someone else's. There's some lies. Someone here may be lying about a new love, but someone here may be trying to just take back all their feelings or something, because the Seven of Swords is a take backer. He's coming to get everything that's his, even if he has to steal it in broad daylight. Like, this is new love in a new home. It's very emotionally fulfilling. Okay, we have an ending and a beginning here. So there's certain things happening emotionally. There's probably at least one thing you can name that's new. Maybe a new love. Could be a birth of a new child in a home for some of you. And there's something ending, okay? Because I see a new beginning being offered to something that was almost over. But it's attached to the Seven of Swords. So be careful, because this is your energy, Libra. Aries, or could be dealing with a fucking Aries. I just said that twice. But Aquarius, Gemini, Libra rule the swords. So it's like, I don't know if you're strategizing how to start a new beginning in a home, if there's new love, but there is lies and deception attached to this, okay? So yeah, I definitely see that. I don't know if someone's pregnant and gives birth, and it's weird because there's just something. I don't know if someone thought there's single energy here in the home. Someone's really abundant though, and they're really, really standing in their garden. This is some really heavy abundance shit, you guys. Someone's single, or maybe they're just self-sufficient. It doesn't have to be single, they're just self-sufficient. I see a single mom here who just had another kid. But back to this difficult decision. Like, you have a difficult decision to make, Libra, about some sort of beautiful woman, a single beautiful woman, and that, take that lightly, gender doesn't matter. It's just a very abundant person that's creating. They're abundant. This has to do with their happy home. There's new love. But this Seven of Swords, man, it's deceitful. So I guess maybe that, oh God, I guess maybe that might be why some of you guys aren't making a decision. We have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so if there wasn't anything worse than being held up here between two truths, well, it's thinking about it all late at night. You know, some of you guys are not getting much sleep. Got a heavy energy of your mind here. And this is what I mean by third house energy, Libra. Look at your thoughts. Look at what's sad. You have a very expansive... Everything that Sagittarius is naturally going on in your mind, in your mental space, your thoughts, spontaneous thoughts. There may even be a lot of Libras out there considering if they have ADHD. You don't. You have a Sagittarius third house, meaning there's a lot of optimism and detail that come into your mind, okay? It's like miraculous thoughts. Now, positive thought, optimistic thought is very important here, especially pulling the Nine of Swords. Someone has a lot of anxiety here about a decision they're not making or someone isn't making. The lack of deciding, Libra, has literally run you ragged. It's got you really stressed out. You might have nightmares about this. It's all up in your head. Negative thoughts, the thoughts on your mind late up at night before sleeping, and maybe even miraculously or spontaneously waking up out of your sleep. Bottom of the deck to tell me more about this is the Temperance card. This is the Sagittarius card. Some of you may be dealing with a Sag. There may be a Sag linked to this decision anxiety. Someone is very anxious to decide. Someone's not deciding because they're too anxious. They need to get to a calmer place mentally. You need to get to the ending. You might need to stay patient if you're not dealing with a Sag, or if you're not have Sagittarius energy. Yeah, because some of you guys, this Sag moon, it was very defensive. You had to stand up. You could be standing up against the Sag when it comes to like equal give and take. And then again, we have this Emperor or this Empress. Okay. So basically, you guys need to be extremely moderate. Practice moderation mentally. That's huge for a third house Sag. You know, it's hard to go through a third house communication. Like, what do you even say, Libra? What do you even articulate when you can't even make your mind up, or when you're held up mentally with anxiety? Like, not only is someone stuck and stagnant, they're stuck stagnant with anxiety and anxious. So I don't think you are in a clear enough mental space to make a decision. So you need to just kind of tap into this Temperance card. This is literally that Sagittarius energy helping you gain mental balance. But it also taught you how to stand up for yourself and to stand up for peace, to stand up. Because if this is someone else's issue, if there's something that they're linking to this anxiety, someone else exterior to you, Libra, it's like you're going to get to the point. Because I don't think Libra necessarily likes the indecision. You guys don't like to not decide, but you're the courtroom. At the end of the day, you're the Justice card. So this is a court ruling that someone is very anxious to pound the gavel on, you know. So just let this ride out. There's going to be a lot of difficult decisions between now and the next 6 months, okay? But just communicate, Libra. Communicate what you're anxious about. Communicate that you're confused. Communicate that you feel stagnant and stuck. You know, that's the only way through this. Okay, that's why Sagittarius is your third house, because you have to ask yourself what you believe. You know what I'm saying? If these two decisions are between something that makes you anxious and something you no longer believe in, allow those things to complete and end, okay? Because we're going to start setting new beginnings for much more freedom, for things that are actually fun, things that can actually add optimism, okay? So hopefully that helps, Libra. There's a lot on your mind, I know. I know. All right, let's shift into the Scorpio vibration. Hey, Scorpio. Okay, we got some cards shooting out. We'll keep those out, and I'll briefly mention those, but we're going to reshuffle because that was kind of quick. So, this is a Sagittarius full moon message. We know that you had a full moon in Scorpio last month. So, this is your second house, okay? You did your first house. Now, watch for your rising sign, you guys, if you know it, because it might resonate way more. But also watch for your sun and your moon just to get the full picture, you know? But Scorpio, yeah, this is the opposite, similar to your opposite sign, Taurus. You are the 8th house in astrology on the Zodiac wheel. But the opposite of the 8th house, if you look at any clock, you'll know what I mean. 8 and 2 are opposite. So Scorpio and Taurus being the 2nd and the 8th house are opposite. So if you're the 8th house Scorpio and you're going through the 2nd house, you're going through something that's a little bit opposite of you. It's very polar opposite. Instead of other people's money and other people's resources and secrets and intimacy, this is about your money. This is about your values. This is about what you believe as far as tangible beliefs, like actually making your beliefs touchable, feelable, and seeable, whatever it is that you're seeing for yourself, this vision you have for yourself, Scorpio. And this is a lot about money and finances, but just any possession. Okay, possession is a belief for you, Scorpio, and for you only, because Sag is your 2nd house. So your resources are expanding, but this full moon is a completion. So excuse me, there's certain things that you no longer possess because they don't line up with your beliefs. Like, I know that sounds kind of weird, but you guys may notice over the next 6 months that you're getting rid of things. When we go through a full moon in our 2nd house, we donate things, we give things away, we buy new things because your resources become really important. So it could be something as simple as just buying new clothes. Like, you know what? I don't resonate with that anymore. I don't believe in that, so I'm no longer going to wear that kind of symbol. Or I'm not going to, this is anything that you belong, like anything about money, like beliefs about money is very important. Anything tangible, possessions like that, resources. There's completions. Okay, there's certain things that you no longer believe. And this might even have to do with freedom financially, all right? Ending certain things when it comes to that so that you can, over the next 6 months, like set new intentions for financial stuff. Now, we have the 10 of Wands and the Hanged Man. Someone here needs to see a heavy burden in a different way. Someone also needs to make a slight sacrifice and surrender because they've been working really hard, but there's someone who's overburdened here, okay? They need to move on from that. This may involve someone who moved on. This could be you or someone you're dealing with, Scorpio, but there's a heavy sacrifice to be made here. Neptune retrograde energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Neptune retrograde happened on June 23rd. That might have been an important day, but someone really needs to see a burden. There's something now. What was this house? Okay, so financial burdens. You might need to start seeing money in a different way. Change your attitude from not having to I'm gonna have. All right, you need to get to a calmer place, maybe even financially. That message might have been about. There was an ending to something you were hanging on to. Scorpio, King of Cups, love, you were hanging on. There's an ending to that you're moving on from, and this was a very heavy burden, but something heavy in your life during this transit really changed your perspective about something. It enlightened you. I'm hearing work smarter, not harder. Okay, what's going on for Scorpio for the Sagittarius full moon on June 5th? We have the Two of Swords and the Nine of Swords, just like Libra. You might be dealing with a Libra, okay? But the Two of Swords is what came out. And I do see the Eight of Cups, which is you, Pisces, and Cancer, and then Temperance. So can you see the little illustration of the Sag full moon there? Some of you guys need to be patient in order to walk away. Some of you guys are waiting on a full moon to walk away, July 4th. July 4th, August 4th, that's going to be the full moon cycles, okay? We take it back, June 5th, April 5th, May 5th, all those are full moons. So when we get the Eight of Cups like this, I'll show you it in a minute. We've got someone going on a soul journey here. Okay, so there's a difficult decision, Scorpio, financially. There's something you're not deciding. There's something you, just like Libra, are also blind to. Now, I can't tell you how important self-worth and self-value, because our possessions, this house you're going through, Scorpio, the money and finances, it's all an extension. It's all a possession, or it's all an extension of us. All right, it really is. It's a reflection of who we are. And so as our finances change and as our resources change, our actual physical worth inside, like our self-worth, comes up with the second house as well, just like your opposite sign, Taurus. So there's some kind of decision that you or someone else isn't making, and I think it has to do with finances. It may have to do with a Sagittarius. You may have Sagittarius energy, or this could just be the energy of the Sag full moon, honestly. But I do feel like someone here, now there's going to be something that comes in. I don't know if someone missed an opportunity before. Can you guys see that? Because there was a missed opportunity because someone walked away, and it might even have been a golden opportunity, because we have someone here regrets missing an opportunity with you, Scorpio, or you feel this way about someone, or it's a situation. It could be a job. Just apply it how it resonates. There's something you all regret. And you know, it has something to do with a new beginning. Now, this is a great card to come up for a second house full moon, because with an eclipse in your second house, there's just really unexpected, powerful changes happening in your monies and resources. But there was a missed opportunity because someone had to walk away, and they have regrets now, okay? Could involve an Aquarius. But we have, yeah, there's also a reconciliation. There's someone you haven't spoke to in a while, or some of you have just been single for a while, but we've got you on a break with someone here because that someone probably walked away. But there might be a choice or a decision to make as far as like equal give and take. Someone's going to start standing up for themselves too. You might be dealing with a Virgo. I think you guys have a decision to make about self-worth. If you do have a decision to make over the next 6 months, any money decisions are going to be really important, especially when it comes to travel and what you believe about money, allowing certain things to end. Hello, Scorpio. To clarify the Two of Swords, we have you, the Death card. So this is a decision to end something, to dead something, to transform. This is rebirth. This is an ending and a new beginning. You guys are stuck in between both, your truth in regards to both. Like, do I end this? Do I begin this? Like, I know these decisions are very much linked. Like, if I make this decision between now and the next 6 months, or maybe on June 5th there was a decision to end something, someone doesn't want to decide something, so they're blinding themselves to something because they don't want it to end. And that's you or someone else. Scorpio, someone could be feeling this way about you. You may have a decision to make about yourself, Scorpio, your own worth. We have the King of Swords. Do so in a very intellectual way. Choose your head, not your heart. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Sag, Aries, Leo. This is an Aquarius and a Sagittarius to me, a Libra. This is an inconsistent air sign, or a very maybe cold, detached fire sign. But there's a new beginning that you guys are getting mentally clear about. This is Sag energy. The Sag full moon, this is literally you guys wanted to jump off the side of a cliff in towards something that was emotionally fulfilling. You could be dealing with a Cancer, a Capricorn, or maybe this is that Cancer, Capricorn moon, new moon, full moon. So basically between the 21st of June and the 21st of August, or July, excuse me, you're going to be getting very clear about spontaneity, rushing forward, passionate messages of new beginnings and travel. But you have to decide whether you're going to end something in your life first, Scorpio. I think this has to do with money, value, finances, and things that you can tangibly touch, hold, and feel. So full moon in your second house, you're letting go of certain resources, okay, so that you can bring in an expansive amount elsewhere over the next 6 months. So I hope that helps, Scorpio. Let's move into Sagittarius. Hey, Sagittarius. What's going on, bud? Your full moon was something. So this is a full moon in your sign. Now, what card was that? Oh, the Justice card. We got Libra. That might be important. Decisions. You just showed up for the Libra reading, so I don't know if you have Libra energy, Sag, watching. Sagittarius is watching or not, but you might want to check the reading out. Now, there could be court stuff. Look, we have the Ace of Swords. We got the Truth. We've got justice. We got clear decision making here. Decisions in the name of balance, okay? But mental breakthroughs. I mean, this is your full moon, Sag, okay? This was an eclipse. Welcome to you being the South Node over the next 19 months. I'll be on here to talk more about that. But until then, do some of your own research. You know, you guys are all about studying and beliefs. I've been talking this whole video to the signs prior to you about your energy and how fun you desire things and you know, freedom and, you know, no longer believing in certain things, Sagittarius. I know you guys are going through a lot, and I don't want to just stiff my way through this reading without connecting, because I know your guys' vibration. It's very interesting. You know, I have some Sagittariuses in my life, and my energy of Sag is my 12th house, so I totally understand. But yeah, this is all about you, Sagittarius, especially if you're a Sagittarius rising. Please watch for your rising sign so that these messages resonate more. But this is all about who you are, Sagittarius, and what you no longer believe about yourself in relation to how other people are seeing you, how you show up into the world, yourself. This is about your expansive self and what you no longer believe about yourself, allowing certain things to complete an end about yourself and about how other people see you. There's certain ways that you've been being over the last 6 months, Sagittarius, that just aren't fun anymore. You know, this is about your not so fun self, you know, and allowing certain things to end. And you need to be excited, Sagittarius. You need to be excited about the endings happening in your life right now. You need to be optimistic because these are all happening so that you can gain a broader perspective of who you really are. I mean, there's an eclipse in your first house of self, so you're going to be changing regardless. So let's see. This is for Sagittarius. This is their Sagittarius full moon. This was on June 5th, if I didn't mention that. So from now and up until the next 6 months, your birthday is 6 months away, Sagittarius. All right, and diminishing. So we've got this cycle to consider here. So what is the Sagittarius? What can I talk to Sag about? Genuinely, because I know you guys are going through a lot. There's things, there's just beliefs. I can't even find the words, honestly. But there's things you want to charge forward to, Sagittarius. There's things, you know, you guys were bored. I know a lot of you were bored and sad and going through a lot of stuff. And this full moon just kind of brought everything to the forefront. But you want to be free. I know your guys' vibration. You guys want that adventure and that optimism. But you got to let this full moon, you got to let this south node and these eclipses just kind of, yeah, we got the 3 of wands, okay? So there's something here about foresight. We got fire. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So you are present here. This is about the very bright future. And I've never read this card like that. But you got a bright future ahead of you, Sagittarius. August, September, and October. Well, we'll say July, August, and September. The next 3 months, there's something here that you're looking out to the horizon. This is your vibe. So I don't know if anyone else is listening to this or if this is just Sag energy, but the reason why your guys' full moon, it felt kind of weird, like, well, where's the party at? This is a Sagittarius full moon, but people didn't realize that this was an eclipse with a fucking Venus retrograde opposing it. So this is what you were doing on the full moon. This is why Sagittarius, for those of you else listening and cross-watching, Sag had their back turned to certain things. This full moon really called you guys to take a look out. You know, you are ruled by Jupiter, so it's like, hey, Sagittarius, what's in the distance up ahead? Do you see that? Do you see that new beginning, that person, place, or thing that you could possibly reach come August or September? Like, where do you want to be, Sagittarius, in the fall? Where do you want to be between now and your next birthday? Well, I think it's a secret because we have the High Priestess. We got Pisces, Cancer energy here. This is the moon, though. Literally, it doesn't surprise me that the moon's energy. So it's like, you intuitively, this Sagittarius full moon, it might not have showed you things. It might not be physical, but you gotta say, inside, there were certain secrets about what you truly see coming, Sagittarius. Maybe you have to keep it a secret from the collective. Or maybe you feel like you have to keep it a secret from certain people, places, and things. This is about being optimistic and seeing things in foresight, even through darkness, because the High Priestess hides secrets. You or someone else may have significant secrets about where you're going. Okay, Sag is keeping it a secret, but you have intuition. Okay, this might have to do with a job or online energy because there's definitely Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that energy online. Some kind of collaboration, maybe with an Aquarius moon or maybe the Aquarius full moon. Oh, when will that be? The Capricorn full moon is July 4th, so August 4th is there's going to be Aquarius moon. And there may be some energy at work or some kind of teamwork. It's just very important Someone here is a star, because we got the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook card with the star. This is Aquarius energy, but someone gets a lot of attention online here. But I have to say, someone's really stuck in their head. You could be dealing with a Libra, because Libra got this message. We've got a Libra man here, a Gemini man, an Aquarius man. This could be your energy too if you have strong air, but this is a lot of air energy, like your opposite Gemini. Someone here, there's like a lack of a decision because someone's stuck up in their head. This could be you, Sag. There's a lot of emotional regret. Look, we have the King and the Queen of Swords. So someone here, there's someone's exes here. I don't know if there's an ex here that wants to communicate. I only say that because the King and the Queen of Swords show up as exes sometimes that we're still communicating with. But the King and the Queen of Swords is as a couple. There's a mental connection here. There's someone you communicate with. It's kind of a detached connection. The King and the Queen of Swords have a really weird relationship. Especially, you're a fire sign, Sag. So this King and this Queen of Swords, like, mental connection for sure. Someone here needs to communicate about their regrets. Okay? Alright, someone here, first of all, two people need to be very mentally mature because there's real decisions to make here. There's real holdups and stagnancy. There's been a lot of conflict. You might be dealing with a Leo for sure. We have a Leo here showing up. The Strength card with the King of Wands. Now, someone here may be holding themselves back from taking action because they don't want to miss an opportunity or something like that. We got an Earth sign here too, but yeah, I see someone's fate here. Someone is fated. There's fame here online. Like, someone here is destined for that kind of energy, or there's just a collaboration here with a star, a celebrity or something. It doesn't have to be. It's someone here needs to keep faith that things are all going to work out as well. But oh, and the Eight of Swords is reversed on the ground now, so someone needs to get out of your head, Sagittarius. Get yourself out of this fucking prison, this person, place, or thing. All of you are going to feel imprisoned, but this full moon is about fucking freedom. Whatever isn't fun anymore, whatever you no longer believe about yourself, get yourself out of this, because this is self-imprisonment, Sagittarius. You want to go here. You want to go to where you can see right up ahead the next 3 weeks, even 3 weeks after the full moon. So like the middle of June, July energy. But it's like, here's your message, Sag. This full moon was all about foresight, intuitively, where you secretly want to go, Sagittarius. Your secret self. I'm going to clarify this and then I'm going to let you go. It's funny I should say that, because Sagittarius, you guys want to go somewhere, and there might be people that have to let you go. Because there's things the universe is calling you. You're going to go slowly. This is the card that was right behind the full moon message. There's a Virgo that might be important here, a Taurus, a Capricorn. But you're going to go slow, Sag. Your vibration is slowed down. People are a little confused about what you guys are doing right now. Okay, but even the full moon itself had this Knight of Pentacles energy, practicality, a little bit more like Virgo, okay? You can learn a lot from Virgo right now. You're being practical. You're really moving. You're going to be very practical the next 3 months. And actually, I'm going to say the next 6 months. Your future looks bright. And look, there's even more yellow here. It's something about money. There's a financial message that's waiting for you in the future. Maybe you're looking out for that. But we have the Justice card. So this might involve court. This might involve a decision. We have a Libra here left out in the cold, maybe. We've got somebody here as far as law. There might be a decision to leave someone out in the cold. Someone also is going through conflict, poverty. They might feel homeless. Someone here is standing up. There's definitely a court battle here and a Leo. Okay. So I need to get one more, but there's a slow decision that you need to make. Okay. In regards to balance, like, it's definitely something going on here. So why is the Three of Wands? Yeah, oh wow, this came out for Scorpio. So you might be dealing with a Scorpio or half Scorpio energy, but there's a heavy burden that you need to sacrifice. Someone here needs to become enlightened to where the heaviness is truly coming from. Because this reading is all about your bright ass future. What's to come in the future, what's promised. Only to those of you who choose a new direction for yourself. How important is that? For you to choose a new direction in yourself. Something that actually you believe in. And I've been saying all night long how important it is for Sagittarius to do things just because you want to. You know, there's a huge energy like that. That's Sag just doing things. And so on the flip side to that, you doing things that you don't want to do is like you know, what do they say? Pulling teeth out. Give me anything else for Sag. What else do we have for Sagittarius? And out comes the Ace of Swords. I picked it up in reverse. So you guys, honestly, if you're willing to slow down a little bit and think more practically, put your best foot forward, work really hard, okay, be reliable, be responsible. There will be these new valued and tangible, like this is a very responsible person. It could be someone else, and like this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or someone with that energy, or just someone stable that can help you move slower and actually look before you leap. Like, I think you're used to being so spontaneous, Sagittarius, and just rushing into things impulsively like the Knight of Wands. You're being a bit more like the Knight of Pentacles. We all are when it comes to our beliefs. Like, you're going to practically and tangibly and very strategically, steadily approach your future. The next 3 weeks, 3 months, this whole summer, you're going to be very practical. People might think you're being boring, but some of you guys just want to travel and get the fuck out of here. Some of you guys literally want to just go. Okay, and I'm telling you, when I said that you need to choose a different path for yourself, this is the difference between being victorious and not. Because I picked this up in reverse, and I think that's important. If you lie, Ace of Swords in the reverse is a lie. Ace of Swords in reverse is failure. It's not feeling like there's any new mental clarity. So if you go slow, Sagittarius, if you choose a new direction for yourself, Jupiter will reward you. You're ruled by Jupiter. This is about optimism. Just because you're moving slower, it doesn't mean that you're missing out. It means that you actually have your eye on something. This is about focusing. And I'm telling you, this is the difference between victory and failure. This is the difference between living a lie and being truthful. This is about, being truthful. About options, about confusion. Like, this is the difference here, okay? It might involve being self-sufficient on your own or single. Because some of you guys, look at how there's literally 2 people here. And they could be both you. But I feel some of you guys may have to do this financially on your own. Like, there's something here about a plan. The Knight of Pentacles likes to plan. Okay, so things might seem moving slow because of the South Node, but Sag, this is all going to be so worth it in 6 months when you're literally a way better version of yourself. All right, I love you guys dearly. I love your energy. I learned so much from you guys, literally, and I'm a mutable sign too. So just try to roll with it, Sagittarius. Just try to adapt to the things happening because your future looks bright as long as you're clear and truthful and honest about where you're going. Okay, remember we had the High Priestess, so it's going to be interesting to master the Ace of Swords and the High Priestess because you may have to go in secret, you may have to go in the dark, okay, or other people may have secrets. Okay, so let's shift to Capricorn now. Wow. Hey guys, this is a full moon in Sagittarius message for June 5th, 2020. All right, so let's get a message for Capricorn for the Sagittarius full moon that happened about a month ago. Sagittarius full moon message for Capricorn. This is an important one for you guys. All right, Sagittarius. So we have some messages coming out. I'm going to pause here and then we'll reshuffle. First, I want to tell you guys that this full moon is right behind you on the zodiac wheel. If you're watching for your rising sign, please make sure you're doing so, okay? Because it's going to resonate with the houses more. So on the zodiac wheel, Capricorn, Sagittarius is 12 signs away from you. Literally all the way around the zodiac wheel. They're right before you. 12th house energy. This is endings. This is the subconscious. This is surrender, the house of spirituality. All right. But this is definitely the end of the end. And we've got a full moon there. We had it on June 5th. And the next full moon on July 4th is another video I'm going to be doing. That's in your sign, Capricorn. So really all this is about is you just kind of slowly approaching the full moon in your sign. But 12th house energy, so what do you no longer believe subconsciously, Capricorn? There's a lot of endings that need to take place with you. This is very, very tremendously heavy, very emotional. I know you guys are releasing a lot because that's what you do when you reach the end. You release. So your beliefs subconsciously are coming up here, okay? Literally certain things that you don't consider fun anymore subconsciously, like you might not even really know it. This might even be portrayed in your dreams. Like, please pay attention to your dreams around this time, or reflecting on June 5th to July 5th, were there any important dreams? And we even want to extend this to the next 6 months, Capricorn, because these are cycles we're talking about. So these messages in the tarot and this astrology energy could definitely have its effect on you over the next 6 months as we approach Sagittarius season. And there's a new moon in Sag, and you can set intentions subconsciously. But this is ending, so it's interesting. Full moons are endings, right? And full moons are heavily, extremely subconscious as well. Now, this full moon, as we mentioned, is in your 12th house. That is also talks about endings, and it also talks about the subconscious. So I can't tell you how subconsciously things are ending right now under the surface. Like, the thing about the 12th house is nothing's really happening in reality. It's very Piscean. So you'll notice, Capricorn, everything's happening under the surface with you. Like, you don't really have any true facts or it might not feel very grounded to you, but all you can really do is surrender during this time because you're kind of asleep. And I don't mean that in a rude way, like, oh, you sleep, you ain't woke. No, the 12th house puts you to sleep. So this Sagittarius energy is like a subconscious party that you slept through or that you were too drunk to remember. Like, that's what this energy is going to be like when you look back in 6 months. Like, oh, But these are things that need to end, okay, so that you can actually move forward to freedom, because subconscious freedom is a huge thing to mention for Capricorns, because you guys are really responsible. You're the sign that comes right after Sagittarius, so you're like evolved Sagittarius. You're Sagittarius when they actually put down the beer bottle and put on a tie and leave the party. And I mean this as a metaphor. Sag is just bubbly and has fun. Capricorn's more strategic and like, let's actually think about a plan. Like that's cool that you just drank that beer, but like, what about your future, kind of thing like that. So you gotta let things end here. This is definitely things completing at an emotional, very emotional level. Okay. But the card that came out is the Knight of Swords. So what the tarot is telling me for you Capricorn is that there's a lot of truths coming in with this. There's a lot of quick communication. You may have even had to say something quick. Could be an argument that was significant, specifically around June 5th, July 5th, like between that month. But under the surface, like this is extremely under the surface for you. Like I said, over the next 6 months, there's like this deep subconscious. It's not going to be in the forefront. People won't know it about you Capricorn. But you'll know it about yourself because it'll be in the back of your mind, just kind of drifting in there, kind of a little bit of an illusion, but, you know, very heavy subconscious energy. You're not conscious of this, but that's just astrology. This Knight of Swords is a Gemini to me, a Libra, and Aquarius. You may have that energy significantly in your chart. So I don't know if this is you or someone else, but the Knight of Swords is like, all right, I said it. All right, I did it. Like, he says things and he does things quickly without... He's not the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords. He has not mastered his mind yet, and he rightfully so. He's meant to be quick. He's meant to decide. He's meant to charge in with the truth. Someone here is on a quest. There's very truthful messages that may have came in on June 5th or that you may have sent or said. But this is going to help you behind. Now, Gemini season may have really impacted you, okay? But yeah, this quick truth energy is going to be affecting you. Now, we have the Strength card at the bottom. So this might involve a Leo. I got Leo, Gemini. I got someone rushing quickly to say something to a Leo. I got someone here who's trying to tame themselves from doing that because this is holding back. Someone here, this could be you or someone who, if you feel someone's holding back communication or the truth from you, Capricorn, like what is holding you back personally? Because I want this to be about you. Now, I do see someone rushing towards a Leo, and this person doesn't look too happy. So this could be something that's upset. You could be trying to tame pettiness, okay, because we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning for you, okay? There's something you need coming in that's going to help you tame a situation, because someone here needs to be mentally tamed. Someone has a sharp tongue on them, or someone you're dealing with does, Capricorn, and you may tame them. There might be an air sign here that's real quick to charge forward and speak and stuff, and you're just like, no, you know, like, let's handle this practically. Like, let's just focus on our new beginning financially. Let's focus on our coin. Let's focus on what we need. But we got the Seven of Swords here, so we also have deception on your behalf or someone else's. Like, someone here in the situation is being sneaky, okay, and this is definitely causing conflict. Now, you might need to strategize, Capricorn, especially if there was some kind of quick decision you needed to make, but at the same time, it's like, that's what Capricorn's dealing with all this subconscious shit. It's like you want to rush forward, other people want to rush forward, but you're being held back because it wasn't time, not time to say things, like, no, I better not say that. Or maybe there is things that you're saying, you know, and this is about strength. I do forget that this is a Leo, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this is about having the strength to push forward mentally and say, instead of holding yourself back. There were some Capricorns that actually said what they had to say, and they meant what they said, okay? And there is a new beginning here, okay? Someone's very strong here with this new beginning. You could be offering something to a Leo specifically, but this right here, we got a Virgo here, a female Virgo that may be important, a Taurus, a Capricorn. This could be you as a female. So there's something here, someone's reflecting on you and your options financially. Your worth is very important here. You may be a little bit lonely, but there's something you're doing on your own, Capricorn. There's something you're doing on your own. It's making you very stable. You're reflecting on your worth and value. But right here, there's some kind of conflict and competition. Okay, it involves cheating. It's you or someone else. What's going on? Just be careful, okay? Someone's not being completely transparent. You guys probably know what this is because you reflected on it. It's caused a huge fight. All right, and it's not, now someone would rather do something on their own, even if that's just your money, Capricorn. And someone here, I don't know if there's like a new beginning that someone's strategizing. They may be lying about a lump sum of money. That could be anything, but there's something here. All right, so let's try that again. We're going to get a clear message. I'll give it one more shuffle, Capricorn, and then I'll let you go. But I know that there's a lot ending for you, and, you know, I'm going to talk to you guys around like July 6th or 7th. hopefully about the full moon in Capricorn. Okay, that's going to be, you guys, I really want you guys there for that. So let's get a message for Capricorn. Now, we had that Knight of Swords, so we know you're deciding quickly. You're rushing forward. There might even be some arguments or mental conflict, okay? But you don't care if there's clarity. You're running forward. Like, you're getting clear, okay? And this might be about the Two of Pentacles, a decision financially. Okay, you're being very stable and juggling it all. Okay, and out comes that Seven of Swords. So now we get a chance to clarify this third party. There's a friend that's lying to you, Capricorn. Now, I don't want to scare any of you guys. We'll see if this is for you. If it resonates, it does. If it don't, it don't. But this Three of Cups, this is about a reconciliation. There's 3 people in this card. One of them may be a water sign: Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Like, there's love here, but there's also someone who's kind of detached. There's a water sign friend and an air sign friend specifically coming up here. And here are those 3 cups. So I don't know if there was a friendship lost between a water sign and an air sign. Or love, like someone's trying to detach themselves from emotion. Like, this is an interesting couple here. The King of Swords is more of a communicator. He's more detached and intellectual. The Queen of Cups is quite sensitive, though. So someone's hiding their emotion from either an air sign, or they're just hiding their emotion from someone who seems kind of narcissistic or detached. There's a reunion that a water sign wants. Okay, whatever that means. Could be a Scorpio woman. I see Aquarius, Libra. But here's those 3 cups. Like, someone here is focused on something that didn't work out. They're focused on a reconciliation. And then there's like this new spark too, Capricorn, that's happening. This Ace of Wands. And look, we have literally the Devil and the Strength card and the Moon. So we have Pisces, Capricorn, Leo that might be important. Capricorn, Moon. Look at this full moon in your sign. Now, there's something here that you're secretly holding on to. You're secretly saving your money. That might be what this is. Okay, there's new love that is going to make you really happy over this next 6 months. How are you holding yourself back, though, Capricorn? You're really taming yourself, especially when it comes to desires and addiction. Like, you're really trying to tame that. But I'm telling you what, there is a new sexual spark here, possibly with a Leo. But some of you guys just need to get this emotional conflict under control. You know, this is water under the bridge, okay? The cheating and stuff like that, because this is true. Someone here, there may be a communication or a conversation or a decision about emotion, love, water sign energy, whatever that might be. Okay, because there's someone here you still have love for. There's this 3-way emotional thing, but the Seven of Swords is what just came out. So I don't know if you guys are the one, and I'll let you decide that. Okay, for your own karma. Are you guys the one being deceitful, lying, sneaking around, not being transparent? Because the Seven of Swords always gets found out. We have a Knight of Wands. So for some of you guys, this is involving a Sagittarius, okay? I know this was a Sagittarius full moon we're talking about, but the Knight of Wands is Sag. This might have to do with equal give and take, somebody with their hand out, charity, just balance financially. But yeah, this is a one-night stand kind of thing. This is someone who's in and out of your life. They're usually an Aries, Sag, or Leo, or have that in their chart heavily, but this is inconsistency. So that actually relieves me. The biggest lie being told here has to do with inconsistency. So if someone was just a little bit more consistent, if someone were just willing to put in a little bit more work, I think we're talking about someone else here, Capricorn. But your work is showing up here with this Eight of Pentacles. There does not, might be something about that going on. Yeah, we've definitely got some battles here, some boundaries. Someone here is, oh yeah, Pluto. Oh God, look at your vibe, Capricorn. This is Mars and Pluto. We definitely have a water sign man or a man with love. I see a Scorpio man here. Someone here may have Scorpio Mars, specifically Cancer Mars. Now that's passive aggressive, but someone's going through an emotional breakdown and a purification. And because of that, you guys, there's a huge battle you're fighting, okay? And it might involve a second chance with a water sign unexpectedly or just something like that. But this is the difference between someone who's inconsistent to come in and out, to have sex and passion, and someone who's willing to grind with you, someone who's willing to, like, put in the work. Those are the people you'll put your guard down from. But there's some kind of decision here that you're really on guard about making, because you know it's going to crash everything down. You know, you need to handle this. Someone here is trying to be very emotionally mature. Now we have the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Temperance and the Hierophant. So we have a Sag, a Taurus. There's a commitment here. Commitment's coming up here. You know what I'm saying? The Knight of Wands, this Sagittarius energy is not very consistent or committed. But someone here, there may be a fire sign you've turned your back on and you're just trying to work on things. But I'll tell you what, there's a fire sign or a passionate message that comes in, and it might be cheating. It might be in link. Someone may come in and quickly, and there might be a lie or something that's stolen even at work. Anything else for Capricorn before we move on to Aquarius? Anything else for Capricorn for this 12th house full moon in Sagittarius? We have a Scorpio here. Now, the Ten of Swords is coming out, so there's going to be painful endings. I'm going to say that in a better way. There's going to be endings to a painful situation and the light at the end of the tunnel. This could be an inconsistent job for some of you guys, an inconsistent project, unfinished project. But I'm telling you what, this Seven of Swords, like, be careful of any passionate messages or fire signs coming in throughout the next 6 months. But some of you are going to know what that is. Maybe there's a fire sign you're cheating on someone with or something, but the Eight of Pentacles shows me that there's dedication with this. So it's not as inconsistent as what some people may think. There's just some kind of deception or strategy with this person. And it's because there needs to be something that ends. There might be multiple people here. But there's victory. There's a lot of success here, Capricorn. There's going to be victorious endings. Okay, we got Scorpio. And then here's your card. So I know you guys are a little bit close to anxiety. Look at that. We got Saturn here. So you're a little bit anxious about some of these completions. You're a little bit anxious now that Saturn's back in your sign, huh, Capricorn? We got Neptune retrograde here. But you're changing your perspective about endings and completions. And even with anxiety, you know what I'm saying? Like, this might be somebody you feel stuck with. It might be obsession or an addiction. But this message is about an anxious chapter coming to the close. It might even be toxicity. A lot of options. There's going to be options that have ended, okay? Because there is an option here to be victorious, to be acknowledged, some kind of party. But the Ten of Swords suggests an ending. There might even be an ending to an inconsistent job situation that involved lies, deceit, someone taking and taking and taking from you and never showing up. All right? So no wonder this is your 12th house of endings. I'm not surprised to see the Ten of Swords. I'm going to ask you again, Capricorn, what it is that you no longer believe at a subconscious level. Subconsciously, deep inside, what are these endings showing you? There may be certain endings that took place on this full moon in June 5th to July 5th to the next 6 months. Certain endings from now until Sagittarius season. They're going to cause you to change your beliefs. You know what I mean? Because your subconscious beliefs are important. So this is expansion happening beneath the scenes while Capricorn is sleeping. And that is exactly why you guys are having trouble sleeping and why you guys have anxiety. Okay, so don't worry too much, Capricorn. This full moon is going to help you. It's Cancer season now, but we'll talk about that in another video, okay? So be on the lookout for that. Let's shift into Aquarius now. Hi, Aquarius. What's going on? We got a card coming out already. Okay, so before we start, I have to talk to you guys about the Sagittarius full moon that took place on June 5th, 2020, about a month ago, depending on when you're watching this. Please watch for your rising sign, you guys. It'll resonate way more with the houses. Also watch for your moon, though, and your sun as well, to get the full picture. And that's what this whole Sagittarius energy was about, this eclipse, getting the bigger picture on things. But this is endings and completions we're talking about here, to things that we no longer believe in, Aquarius, to things that are no longer fun. This is what the full moon in Sagittarius brought to completion, and it'll continue to do this over the next 6 months, so that we can really tap into some true freedom here, okay? But this is 11th house energy for you, Aquarius, and you are the 11th house in astrology. So this is going to be really like familiar to you when it comes to your friends and the community you live in, and that humanitarianism energy. And so there could be endings to friendships, not necessarily bad endings, but just endings to friendships, because when we have a full moon in our 11th house, there's groups of people that we no longer associate with. So this is about, it's almost, I'm getting like a cult energy, Aquarius, because Sagittarius is all about beliefs and philosophy, and the 11th house is, so there's like a collective beliefs here. The 11th house, similar to your energy, Aquarius, is all about the collective. So this is definitely talking about, if there's any groups of people or any belief organizations, groups of people that believe in the same thing, like conversations you can get into with 3 or more people about astrology or Christianity or Buddhism, or so any topics like that where there's a group of people that they have a similar message. So group beliefs, shared beliefs between you and a community of people, that's a huge energy. That really makes sense why you guys are the way that you are, because there's a lot of expansion here to consider. But endings, Aquarius, things that you no longer believe, like you might not believe the same things as these groups of people anymore. You may not believe in certain things that your friends believe anymore. And again, there could definitely be endings to cycles of friendships so that you can get new friendships that are aligned with your beliefs. And travel may also be a thing here, like long distance friends online, anything like that. School, studying, friends at school. Let's get to the tarot portion though, Aquarius, because we have the King of Swords coming out. I picked him up in reverse. So there could be an air sign from the past year. There could have been something that was some communication or thoughts from the past coming up. This is my Aquarius man card, and it is in reverse. So this may be you, Aquarius. Even if you're a female watching, this is definitely your energy. The bottom of the deck is the Temperance, and I just revealed the Nine of Swords. So this is a Sagittarius full moon. I think that's why the Temperance keeps showing up for people. But I also think some of you may be dealing with a Sag or have Sag energy. We have a Taurus and a Sagittarius specifically, which is interesting because the Hierophant is all about beliefs and advice. And so that might be what you guys are focused on. Could be going to counseling. There could just be some kind of tradition here that the Sagittarius full moon brought up. Now, if you have a Taurus friend or a Sagittarius friend, that might be important. Other Aquarius friends, Gemini, Libra friends. But there's definitely something here about an air sign from the past. If you have any friends, this could be an ex. Someone here is out of balance, though. Someone here is not feeling very mentally stable about what they no longer believe or about these endings and completions in their 11th house. It's tough to go through 11th house energy, Aquarius. Because it is collective, and Sag is really big. So this is a very, like, if you look at the collective in the big picture of the collective, that's like the whole fucking universe, and it's kind of difficult. You can even see that in the world happening right now, Aquarius, where, well, I don't believe that. Well, we're on team red, and then there's people over here, well, we're blue, like, so that's where you're probably feeling that energy, certain friends or groups of people that aren't on the same page. But this is about taking a broader perspective about that. Now, there's something here about a lie as well. The King of Swords in reverse is not so truthful. He's got some maturing to do as far as yeah, there's something here about not being balanced mentally, but you may not have the truth. Someone may not be communicating here. Someone could be being a bit cold here. Okay, and there's some commitment coming up here. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or something like that. But why is the King of Swords coming up in reverse for Aquarius for this full moon in Sagittarius? June 5th in their 11th house. And we have the Justice card and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So we got Libra here. This could be a Libra man. Maybe you have Libra energy in your charts. Okay. But yeah, definitely Libra. Now this could be a decision. This could be involving court or a judge or balance, okay? But we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is something you need coming in. Maybe in regards to something in the past you didn't have clarity over. So something you need to get this King of Swords upright. Whatever that is for each and every one of you. It's coming in. This could be court money. This is financial balance like the Six of Pentacles. But golly whiz geez. Why is this Seven of Swords? So there is this underlying energy of having to take this. Someone wanted to take this from you perhaps. But someone here may lie or cheat or deceive. But they're being seen. Someone here thinks, I don't think this is you, Aquarius. We got Pisces here. Someone's secretly holding on to something here. It might be a new love. Okay, definitely financial balance, equal give and take. Six of Pentacles, take a look. Very similar to this Ace in Judgment. There's Pentacle energy and a balance scale. Someone here needs to be truthful and real clear and make their mind up about a new beginning. And maybe this is about sharing something, a new beginning or value. This could be a lump sum of money someone gets in court, or there's some kind of ruling or some kind of value. This could be given to a Libra. Let's get back to what I was saying. This is darkness, fear is the moon energy, this Sagittarius moon. Someone's getting secret attention here. There's a secret admirer here. You or someone around you is secretly watching you succeed. They're watching you get acknowledged for something. Someone here is also afraid of the limelight. Someone here is afraid to get acknowledged for something. This might be about at work. Someone is saving money here too. I got a Pisces here heavily, but this Seven of Swords, someone here is trying to sneak, but it's like they're literally doing this at a party. They're doing this at a celebration. So it could be the July 4th. Someone here is lying about something, or they're just being kind of deceitful. Someone here may get false acknowledgement for something, like they may be falsely recognized for something. Okay, but I'm telling you, I also get a message here about something in the dark. Like there's a party at nighttime here, or secrets at a party that might come out. Lies, deception, okay? See if there's any more for you, Aquarius. But what I see is that there's going to be some balance. There's going to be a lump sum of money that comes in. And I know there might, because the Seven of Swords is kind of giving me the King of Swords in reverse vibe. So I don't know who's fibbing or who's not being clear. I think what you need the most right now, Aquarius, is balance and truth from the past. Okay, now this might be someone who lied in court in order to get money. What else do we have for Aquarius? Or there's just some kind of law here. It doesn't have to be court. It just might involve the law or a decision about a new beginning. We have a Knight of Wands coming up. This is coming out a lot tonight because it's Sagittarius. So we got a Libra and a Sagittarius here. But I know this is for you, Aquarius. We just got options, okay? There's a lot of options. This is another card coming up a lot. One of your options is a very attractive man, maybe. Maybe there's someone who wants to take action. Someone has turned their back on many options because it's just not what they want. Like, they want to walk away to find fulfillment elsewhere. Maybe to be single, take a break instead of just continue to rush in. You know, Aquarius, you're not much like this Knight of Swords. You definitely can be. But I think you would much rather sit with your truth. Like, there's something you're not clear about, obviously. I want to clarify why this King of Swords is in reverse, honestly. But I don't want this to be too long. There's an action. Some of you guys are really building up the confidence to walk away. Or someone you're dealing with is, okay? Someone needs to go find themselves on some not ego shit. Like, find your soul, not your ego. Self-sufficiency, healing coming up here. But lots of options, okay? Inconsistency. And there may be a passionate message coming in regards to all this. So these could just be friends. But I just see it definitely a new beginning to come in and balance something out. Okay, a lot of options, Aquarius. For the hell of it, just because I love you guys. Why is this King of Swords in reverse? Show me very clearly why this King of Swords came out in reverse for Aquarius. Four of Pentacles. This is about something you need to let go of. This is probably about finances or a comfort zone or money from the past. There's like $400 here. Like, you need to let something go. It might involve a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or just your own stability. Yeah, this is about... Yeah, this is a younger earth sign. There's a choice between maybe two different earth signs. Because there's going to be an ending, okay? And keep in mind, this is all about the next 6 months. So, the stability of a certain relationship or friendship is coming up here. Could be dealing with Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But who cares about Zodiac? Okay, I do see this real quickly here, Aquarius. There was a painful ending. And something new. Like, okay, so two different things. Painful ending, new relationship, reconciliation. So there was an ending of some sort, or this may transpire in someone's future. I see an ending, okay? Someone goes through a painful ending, and that's okay, because there's like a new offer, a new investment. It could be money, but this could definitely be something new after something ends, is what I'm thinking. And this something new for many of you is a relationship. Now, this could be a soulmate or a choice. There could be children involved. But there was an ending and a new investment. And there could even be an apology. I want to say real quickly here. If there was any pain, betrayal, or backstabbing, and we know there was a hint of that with the Seven of Swords, there's a verbatim apology for an ending. And someone who wants to reconcile. And I do believe this is an earth sign or someone with that in their chart. A very hard worker. This could even be you, Aquarius, coming up in your own reading like that. But two cards in reverse. I clarified the King of Swords in reverse and got the Four of Pentacles. So money from the past. And so basically, I don't know if this is an air sign that's hanging on to something, or you're wanting to be stable. You're getting very stubborn and clear. You may be hanging on. Four of Pentacles in reverse is still hanging on. So money you saved in the past, okay? Maybe not communicating about what you're hanging on to anymore. A lot of different things I'm getting with that, but definitely certain things about beliefs and friendships and expansion, okay, Aquarius? So I hope that helped you guys. All right, thanks for listening. Let's shift to Pisces. Last but not least, hi guys. So this is a message for the Sagittarius full moon that took place on June 5th. Wow, Pisces, the Wheel of Fortune wanted to come out for us. So this was definitely a shift, okay? Things turning in our favor, but hopefully we didn't miss an opportunity. Some of us, there was a missed opportunity here because of timing and divine timing, but we're unsatisfied emotionally. Some of us feel really left out in the cold, right, Pisces, when it comes to love and stuff like that, and work, because some of us are out of a job or just going through conflict. But before we get into all that, I just want to say that this is mutable energy. June 5th, 2020, Sagittarius full moon eclipse was bringing things to completion and endings in our 10th house, Pisces, especially if you're a Pisces rising. Please watch for your rising sign. It'll resonate way more as far as the houses. But Pisces, on the zodiac wheel, Sag is 10 houses from us. So this has to do with our very serious legacy. It has to do with our future and with our career, okay? Now, Sagittarius energy / full moon energy is all about what you no longer believe, is what I'm thinking, or like what I'm channeling. So there might be certain things that need to end, Pisces, because we don't believe in a future. Wow. There are certain things that need to end between now and the next 6 months, Pisces, because we don't believe in seeing a future in something is so important to Pisces, and it's because the future is Sagittarius for us, and Sagittarius is sight. And we are very intuitive and psychic, Pisces, but that's not the only reason why we need to see things. We also need to see things because our 10th house is Sag. So in order for us to make a plan, it's like the next 10 years is coming up. The last 10 years, Pisces. So I don't know if 6 months ago anything happened or you set intentions, but those things are coming to the completion now. 6 months ago. And 6 months from now, we'll be able to set intentions, okay? So this is all taking place, I just spit, but anyways, June 5th, so around this time, we could have definitely been thinking heavy about our future, our career. This has everything to do with, like, things that just aren't fun anymore, like, things that we've been doing for maybe 10 years, or maybe not, but it's like, we're not going to be doing anything that we don't want to do. We need to set ourselves free and be optimistic about the things that are ending right now. So anyway, Pisces, yeah, we had the Wheel of Fortune briefly show up, which is great. This is Jupiter. You know, Pisces and Sag are both ruled by Jupiter. And we do have Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo on this card. So you don't want to miss an opportunity of things possibly turning around in your favor. I do feel that's more of a divine timing thing. I feel like some of us were just financially conflicted. We didn't have the right resources to accept a love offer. Because there is someone who feels left out in the cold. Either you, Pisces, or someone here, okay? You or someone else around you, Pisces, feels left out in the cold because they offered you love and were abandoned. They were left out in the cold, and you were emotionally contemplating. Like, I don't know if you offered this love and you were left out in the cold, but someone offered love, and it was a missed opportunity, and someone wants to work on that in the next 3 months. Like, that's what you had to look forward to. But let's get us a message, because this could have even been about work, okay? And what card just almost tried to come out? The Hanged Man. That's us, Pisces. That's Neptune retrograde. Got the Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords. So, oh, don't speak too quick. Got an air sign here. We got someone here jumping off and said something. And it's really up to us, Pisces, if we responded or not. But this is a combination here for the birds. Like, this right here is some conflict. Someone said something and you was like they was like that to you. Like, this caused an argument. There's someone here that says things to you. This could be a Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius. I see Gemini, but you don't want to fight anymore, Pisces. There's certain things that you're not quick to say anymore. Yeah, we got Sag here. You could be dealing with a Sag, or this was just, yeah, I got Taurus. So your beliefs are coming up here, Pisces, about your future. Let's really hone in here, though, okay? Had the Eight of Wands flip out, so there's definitely focus and fast forward movement. That happened in the Leo reading, too. That Eight of Wands. We got the Hierophant coming out. Taurus energy, commitment, beliefs. This is literally about counsel and advice, okay? This is very interesting to come up for the Sag, because beliefs, commitments for the future. Yeah, you're putting all your focus into committing. Only the things that emotionally satisfy you, though, because there's new love here, Pisces. There's a new home environment. There's a marriage, a proposal here. There's Aquarius here. I know you have anxiety, Pisces, but don't lose faith about commitment or home environment, okay? Now, this is about our career, though. Okay, ending false beliefs. Like, what, you know, Pisces, before this full moon in Sagittarius, I feel like there was a lot of things we believed about the future that just, it ain't true. There's a completion to mention there, you know? So what else do we have for Pisces for this Sagittarius? And I love that Sag is mutable. I love that Sag is ruled by Jupiter. So this energy did square us. I forgot to mention to Virgo that this squared Virgo as well. But yeah, this squares us, Pisces. So there's conflict, there's compromise, there's karma. We have a Taurus female showing up. Someone here has Venus in Taurus. We have a Libra woman, we have an Aries woman, but we got a feminine vibration. There's a commitment here for someone's mother, like, but this is commitments, and it's like you're nurturing and mothering certain things, Pisces. This is very abundant. This is creating something. 2 major arcana for this full moon. All right, so very abundant commitments for our future. Like, beautiful. Someone here is very beautiful. I don't know if there's marriage here or tradition or anything. Got a King of Cups. This is a man, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Got single. Could be us. Like, yeah, this might be someone we missed an opportunity with, left out in the cold. There's a water sign, especially if they're masculine. They feel really left out in the cold and like they missed an opportunity with you. Someone someone was trying to be emotionally self-sufficient when really, to you, Pisces, that came off as unavailable. So, interesting. Our mothers are coming up here, or our commitments as mothers, committing to things that we create over the next 6 months. Out comes the Ace of Wands. Okay, so be very careful in these commitments, Pisces, because your future is so important right now, right? So you want to be really careful with sexual energy, because if you don't want to become pregnant, we got a combination here that definitely suggests fertility. All right, so I don't know what's going on here. This is a sexual encounter over the next 6 months, and there's pregnancy. But this is a new spark of passion with a very beautiful energy. It could be a beautiful woman. The World card is at the bottom, so we're going to have to end certain cycles. We're going to be celebrating the ends to chapters, Pisces, as we choose new paths and new direction for ourselves. We're focused on that. There may be travel. Yeah, there's going to be intuitive messaging here, especially in Cancer season. Like, this is how on point our intuition is. In emotional fulfillment, we have a decision to make, Pisces, about emotional fulfillment. Okay, because there's someone toxic from our past here. There's definitely toxic karmic relationships coming back to apologize, Pisces. I am sorry for breaking your heart. I don't know what that voice was, but there's a heartbreak here, and someone toxic that you were really stuck with over the next 6 months. They're gonna apologize. Breakups. Okay, there's going to be apologies and new investments after breakups, but be very careful of toxic people. Now, this could just be a Capricorn. It could be a Capricorn child. But I see memories here of toxicity. I think there's addiction in the past that you're leaving behind. And it's because you guys are having to make a decision about your ultimate emotional fulfillment. Where you're intuitively heading, secret messaging, secret travel here, victory, and moving forward, though, in Cancer season. And literally the planet Saturn, like, ending things. So let's see if there's any last minute messages. But I see commitment. As far as the 10th house, we're going to be really fucking committing, Pisces. But only to things that are exciting. This is about the future being an adventure for Pisces. Okay, care to clarify this Ace of Wands for me? Oh, it's very emotionally fulfilling. Thanks. Like, this is there's some kind of new spark that this Sagittarius full moon, now this could just be something inspiring for our future, but it's emotionally fulfilling. It's a wish come true. We are wishing for this new spark, and we're also wishing for this to come to a fucking end. Okay, like, yeah, this is something we've been working really hard to end, Pisces. This is something that's been triggering our faith late up at nights. Like, are the stars ever going to align for me? Yeah, baby, they are. Everything's working out, literally, even at a job. Like, someone's invested a lot here and they're anxious. So, yeah, Pisces, there's going to be a very emotionally fulfilling spark for you, even though you have a lot of options and you're on guard. You're going to be looking really beautiful and abundant. Venus may be very important because you're going to have to commit at a heart level. Some of you guys, this is marriage and becoming a mother in the next 10 years. Okay, your future, Pisces, looks very emotionally fulfilling, though. A lot of new sparks, but, you know, this is going to have to happen. You can't keep putting in work, Pisces, and keeping faith in situations that give you anxiety and pain. It's time for you to get that 9 of Cups, honey. So, yeah, the future is bright, Pisces, literally. This is about setting yourself free in the name of your future, allowing certain things to complete and end so that you don't have to say that you no longer believe in your own future. Do you know what I mean? It's about taking a broader look at what's occurred in your life and what has, because there's so much that hasn't happened, Pisces. I know we've been through a lot. But just whatever you're going through, whenever you watch this video, please know that there's just so much rapid change taking place from now. You know, we have the South Node here as well in this area of our chart. So the future is literally an adventure, Pisces, okay? So it's time for you to really charge forward towards the freedom in that. There's freedom in that. You know, there's freedom in not knowing your future, but also in believing in what you really want and what you know to be true for yourself. Does that make sense? And also just the basic career stuff too, you know, like what you believe as far as what you're doing in life and your legacy and, you know, things like that. So thank you so much, Pisces. Before I go, I just want to get one last message, one last tarot card for all of us, okay? I'm probably going to get another one because, well, this makes sense. This is just for the collective. We have the 6 of Cups coming out. So this Sagittarius full moon brought a lot back from the past, honestly. And I think this is because the South Node, for one. The South Node is all about release. So there's reasons. And of course, there's a lot of retrogrades too. But there's something nostalgic about the Sagittarius full moon because there was a kind of a message here about remembering what we believe when we were kids, you know, remembering what it's like to be optimistic and excited without feeling bad for it. So there's gonna be people, places, and things. We may even return. Like there's endings, guys, that we regret. But there's also resurrection and death here. We have Pluto Scorpio energy. Oh my God, Mars. So there's a heavy Scorpio energy here. Mars Pluto, that rules Scorpio, and then the death card. So there was destruction and resurrection just to see who would stand up for their beliefs. Some of us are emotionally conflict. We literally have the 5 and the 6 of Cups. So there's regrets from the past that this Sagittarius full moon brought back up and highlighted, because it has something to do with our beliefs. And sometimes things come back from the past as a way to remind us, like, oh wow, I just really don't believe in that anymore. You know, that's not fun for me anymore. So sometimes we have to have that. But there's definitely some endings here. And it's nostalgic, it's memories, okay? But it's rebirth, it's resurrection, there's decisions, there's crumbling. I mean, this is Mars and Pluto energy. Those planets must have been doing something interesting around the time of this full moon. Definitely endings, okay? Some of them are extremely, like, it's Judgment Day, okay? It's catastrophe and tower moments and endings, but it's all that. It's memories and past, because it's like, let it be water under the bridge. This is a big reason why some of us couldn't master optimism around this time, because we just need to shift our perspective. Sagittarius doesn't want to wear a black robe. That's not sexy. We need to stop staring at those 3 cups that didn't work out and turn around and be optimistic. This is literally pessimism from the past, pessimistic memories, and how this Sagittarius full moon eclipse came in to remind us of that. And again, I have this Knight of Pentacles wanting to show itself. What about this card is the Sagittarius full moon vibe? I'm going to do my own research on this because it showed up too much. Yeah, look, the moon. Literally, this is about being a bit more Virgoian about things, a little bit more stable. Okay, the Sagittarius vibration has matured because of the South Node, and it will continue to move slowly in the dark forward and practically, and you will reach that adventure. You will reach your true beliefs. You will reach true optimism and expansion. All right, so guys, thank you so much. Don't hold yourself back from the new things you're feeling. You know, I really hope this full moon was helpful for you guys, and yeah, there's a lot to be said here, but we will continue these messages in the Cancer new moon video next time. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Bye. Don't stop believing.